Welcome to another Rowdy Thursday, and that can mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen, and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other, hosted by me and my Rowdy brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, let me not waste any time introducing one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a man who will make your ladies' pants fall quicker than the ball on New Year's Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, Unworthy Dynamite Collector.
Thank you. It is a beautiful Thursday, and with us tonight, we also have our rowdy brother, the man who proves every day that all things, and I do mean all things, are bigger in Texas, Clintastic 4.
Hey, howdy, hey. And up to my left, we have the hottest Puerto Rican in Connecticut, Mr. Poetic 17.
Thank you.
I'm winging that shit.
Yeah, listen, fucking wing it. You know what? It was accurate. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen,
I did that too. As soon as I was like, I'll intro Clint, I was like, oh shit, I should have wrote something down.
But it was good, Clint. You did a great job, Clint. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this live or on the replay, welcome. You could have been anywhere, but why wouldn't you be? This is a special moment. This is a special episode. We're kicking off our end of the year episode of A Worthy Addiction, and we're gonna have a great show on tonight. Probably gonna have a special guest on tonight, jump on with us. But other than that, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do so right now. Hit those notification bell for more content, or don't, because we will be here next year to entertain you guys regardless, because that's what we do. So, fellas, how is the week been? I know some of you guys are on vacation time.
Yeah,
you know the holiday
Can
Christmas.
you tell which one of us is on vacation by his rosy cheeks, his day drinking rosy cheeks,
and the slurring of words.
Yeah,
and the slurring of words. Yeah. So, how was Christmas, fellas? How was your Christmas Eve, Christmas Day? How was that? How was with the families? Everything was good.
Oh
yeah, pretty chill.
I had a great time. I actually spent a lot of time. I worked at Christmas Eve, so I went and I hung out at my ex-wife's house with the kids, and we were all together. We ate dinner. We watched We watched Elf like 5 fucking times. I don't know why we watched Elf. We watched a bunch of other movies. I had bought a gingerbread making house kit for us to do. It was a fun time, relaxing time. Had my feet up the whole time. I was relaxed. I felt right at home until I was told not to put my feet up on the couch. But other than that, it was great. It's a great time. So I hope everybody that's watching had a wonderful Christmas Eve and a wonderful Christmas Day. So how about you guys? Anything special? Did you get anything good?
I mean, got myself a car.
Nice.
That's a big Christmas
that
he
is
really treated himself.
You really
like those car commercials on Christmas. Like, didn't have a bow on it, but
You didn't put a bow on it for you? You got to learn to treat yourself better.
Just seemed tacky.
What color?
Red.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Gray if you're colorblind like me.
Oh, whether you get anything special for Christmas. I think you mentioned this on last episode. You purchased yourself something, but the kids wanted to give it to you as a gift.
Yes. So gift? Every year my wife and I, we purchase something for ourselves and then give it to the kids to wrap, to give to us as gifts from them. And I got myself a Mezco Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. And so that's what I got. But then also I got a pair of gray sweatpants from my wife and my my wife-in-law, as I call her. And then proceeded to get objectified like a piece of meat all day long.
But you are a piece of meat.
I mean, I'm more than just a piece of meat. Like I'm also a man with complex feelings and emotions. And
I kind of want to ask how, like, elaborate on this story a little bit, because it sounds very interesting. So
I mean, it was straight up sexual harassment if you really want the truth of it. I was told to go put them on. I did, and then when I came back out, I was like, "No, you did it wrong. Go back in there and take the underwear off before you put them on." And I was thinking to myself, like, that's kind of weird. Like, I got kids around, and then anytime I would stand up to go get it, wait, and I'd have to stand there, and I'd have to stare, and then I'd go do what I was doing, and I'd come back and whoop. before I sit down. Well, I got treated. I'm telling you, I got treated like a piece of meat.
No. Well, I mean, that sounds fun. Sounds better than what I did. I didn't get shit.
Not really that fun. Not when neither of them put out. Not really. Not that fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got a whole collection of hot sauce. I'm a big hot sauce fan. So I'm a big soup fan and a big hot sauce fan for anybody that knows me. So now I have hot sauce to put on my soup. Anytime
Soup
I
and
gotta go
anime.
get soup and anime. Soup and anime. That's awesome, guys. So I know the chat's here, so I want to say hi to the chat. Again, thank you for everybody who's tuning in and watching us, whether you're watching us live or you're watching us on a replay. Hi, replay folks. So we got our buddy Toyota Unlimited, who is also last episode's winner. He won the slog from the Cosmic Legions on our surprise giveaway. Congratulations again. He got it the next day. He took some awesome photos. Did a great review. Go check out his YouTube and check out his review on that figure and many other figures. He's an amazing reviewer. Great guy. We love him. You already know. Yes. We got our homie First Stripe Figs. What's up, homie? What's Another dude that had an awesome live on Instagram before the show started, counting down his top 10, but also his top blunders from this year. He had a great list of figures. Again, another amazing person.
And anytime you can see First Strike's handsome face on Instagram, I suggest watching it.
You should.
You should. Keep wet ones, Andy, because you got to wipe the drool away.
Welcome, First Strike. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Green Geek 88, Mr. Ladies Man in the house. What's up, Green?
What a sexy chat we've got going on.
We got our homie Raven's Eye Studio. What's going on, buddy? What's going on?
Getting better. What's up?
We got one of the hosts of Behind the Plastic who made their great return on this week with a kind of a top 10 show. Again, hosted by Sequential Plastic, Not a Bird, Not a Player, TMNT 1987. Great guys, man. So they're back. We're happy to have you guys back. Great episode back. So welcome. We got our Theo in the house, Mr. Chubsy Wubsy in his house. Chubsy Wubsy, what's going on, Theo? Always a pleasure. Much love to you, as always. We got Mr. KJ Smith in the house. What's going on, KJ Smith?
KJ.
And then we got Diggs Figs. I told Diggs Figs he needs to come up with like his own theme song. I love his name. Like his IG name is dope. Diggs Figs. Like I love it. It's great.
Like Mudvayne Dig, but like something catchy.
Yeah, right. Like come up with your own theme song. Like and then maybe, hey, you know what? Come on the show with your own theme song. Come on the show. Yeah. Come hang out with us.
Like it's like you're like the NWO running in the show. We'll put
you just run in with
come in with a steel chair.
We got the Chain Brothers in the house. What's up, Chain Brothers? Go check out our past episode with the Chain Brothers. They're amazing. Two amazing, talented guys. Much love. Very supportive in the community. Go check them out. Go check out their stuff on SoundCloud. All right. If you go on SoundCloud, you can see all their music. Great stuff as always. And much love to you guys. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you for everybody that's joining us. Thank you for watching us again. Tonight we're gonna have a special episode count down our best of 2023. I know a lot of streams have been doing top toys. I think we did top toys on last week. We talked about our top companies of the year, but we gotta like to switch it up here a little bit. So for this episode, we're gonna be counting down our top 5 movies of the year, top 5 purchases of the year, top 5 comics or comic moments of the year if you read comics, but also top 5 anything, whatever you guys want.
Yeah, we could count down. If you want to tell us about the best top 5 blowjobs you got this year, we want to hear about it. We want all the details,
all of it. And this is a free space, so you can say and please details. We need details.
Yeah, details.
So
it's important for research.
Perfect segue just to get into things, right? I kind of want to. I don't know if you guys want to start off with the best moments because there have been a lot of great moments in this year alone, right? We've had a lot of like ups and downs. We've had a lot of like great moments that are memorable, but like so that's kind of the stuff we're going to touch on. So what are some of you guys? It's like we're going to do top 5. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to do like we go clockwark. Each of us says 1 and go around, or we just all say 5 as we're talking. How do you want to do this?
I don't know. I think you're putting a lot of thought into it, and it's stressing me out.
Yeah.
I don't like it when we don't do things organically,
I overthink things too much.
Let's kick it right off with top 5 documentaries you watch this year.
Yeah.
No? Am I the only one that watches binge watches documentaries? All right.
No, I stopped.
All right. Maybe we'll do it next time. Everybody's assignment for next year is to watch all the documentaries you can, so you can do top 5 documentaries.
Blitzfigs, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Host of the him and Green Geek, host of the Pick Bar and Lazy Boys. Go check them out on Wednesdays and on Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, top moments. I had a couple of top moments that stood out to me. One was the cons, like all the cons I went to this year. I had a lot of great. Going to New York Comic Con was great. Going to Chris Con was another amazing time. What else? Legion's Con. Legion's Con was an amazing time. It was an amazing time. And what else? And then going to New Jersey Toy Con, they had the Toy Con, whatever. But I mean, like I said, I think the one that stands out the most for me was Legion's Con. Legion's Con is the one that kind of stood out the most for me because I was able to stay out. I mean, it's obvious, but besides, hanging out with everybody, that was actually my second reason, second memorable moment, but I'm gonna add it to this one. So I'm adding my first moment with my second moment together. So one of the reasons why is because the con was great. It was nice to see everybody, but more importantly, it was the first time me and this handsome fella right here got to meet each other in person, and I got to see him, and we got to talk, and we got to laugh, and just be silly, and it was just a great time just being there. We took over the whole entire lobby, like all these nerds, all these cosmic mythic Legion nerds took over the whole thing. There was like a wedding there at one point, and I guess they were upset because we were like
we got asked to be best man, like on the fly. Yeah. We were like, all right, I mean, seriously. For sure. Can we live stream it?
Somebody. So yeah, so those are my first two. I mean, yeah, my first two like memorable moments. They kind of like blend in together. Another memorable moment for me was the kickstart of this show, the pilot of the show. That was a memorable moment for me. It was big. We had talked about it for a while. We had ideas. We kind of wanted to do something different from everybody else. So it was that kickoff pilot episode was like so memorable because it kind of kickstart this whole like us doing this every day and you guys tuning in and watching us, and it was just a fun time. And who better than to have a show with your Rowdy brothers, right? Who better? Nobody. Who better than us, right? So definitely the show. Another one is our guests. Every guest that we've had in 2023 have been phenomenal. All the guests that we've had have been amazing. They all been great. Just amazing people. We've had musicians like the brothers, Chain Brothers. We've had cosplayers like Jamie Bear. We've had people from the toy community join us. We've had the Unhuman, Blitzfigs. We had the Toy Daddies join us. We've had Unboxing Art. We've had Green Geek, a bunch of people. And if I don't mention you, I'm sorry, but there's a bunch of people.
And then most illustrious, obviously, is Clintastic 4.
Clintastic 4, obviously.
He's, other than us, he's got the most appearances on this show.
Yeah, check my IMDb for that.
Yeah, there you go.
he's credited for at least 6 episodes.
Absolutely. So definitely the guests have been like, all those episodes are been memorable. Just getting to know them, or just even having a good time. Shout out to Cobra Dad. We had him on last week. The Fallen. We've had him. Just everybody that was on. Everybody that we interacted with on the show. Whether we got to know you or we knew you already, you jump on the show. You've been supporting us, and we cannot wait. It's just like it just pumps us up for next year. We cannot wait for the long list of people we're gonna have on and just get to know new people, or even have returning guests, because that's always fun. And then last but not least have been the collabs. The collabs have been an amazing part of this year for both of us. Black and Wednesday celebrated a year in 2023, which I was super excited about, super happy about. Unworthy has been kicking ass with his No Justice collab, and the Unworthy Collabmas collab he's been doing. He's been kicking ass. So I think the collabs.
Wait a minute. I thought I was the drunk one. You can't keep on messing up everything. I thought I was the one that's supposed to be drunk.
Well, listen, they've all been great. So I've been very excited for them. And again, the reactions and the people participating was amazing. And thank you everybody for all the love and support that you guys have been showing us, like with the collabs, with the show, with whatever. You guys have been all great. So those are my top 5 moments, honestly. What are your top 5 moments, Unworthy?
Well, I mean, I had a whole slide thing I was going to do for this. I didn't realize I was going to do it right away.
Oh, okay. Well,
but
he needs a little foreplay first.
Well, yeah, you gotta romance me into it a little bit. I do have a top 5 best and a top 5 worst moments of the year.
Okay.
That I'm going to do a little bit later. So to piggyback off of what Danny just did, though, I want to say I'm going to say my top 5 IG stuff has been the top 5 collabs. I'll do top 5 collabs.
Okay.
Black and Wednesdays, No Justice. Of course, the Thunder Thursdays are always killing it.
Fuck. Thank you, KJ Smith. We love you.
Checks in the mail, KJ. And I want to say the collabness has been such a blast. I'm thinking about doing something similar in the summer. Like not a whole month probably, because the whole month gets a little bit chaotic, but
yeah,
it's been awesome being able to interact with everybody. So that has been a big moment for me this year, is the collabness, being able to do so far out of the 28th, out of the 28 days, 25 of those were all brand new first time collaborations for me.
Nice.
So, and one of those was a collaboration that I don't think anybody's even seen on IG before, with a cosplay crossover. I don't think anybody's done anything like that. So that was a big moment for me. It was like a big thing right off my bucket list, was to be able to do that with our girl Jamie Bear Fancy Pants. So collabmas has been a great time.
Collabmas it definitely has. And again, thank you to everybody who's been like who joined in on it and is joining on all the collabs we do. Again, we put these things together just for you guys to have fun, because that's the most important thing. We promote fun for everybody, because sometimes we can get in our heads with all this other stuff that's going on in the real world. So this is just a platform for us to kind of just get out of ourselves and just do fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm looking forward to more things to come for next year. So it's exciting. Clint, moments. Any moments?
Right. So for me, probably one of the larger ones is when we started Movie Talk with our fellows at Toy Talk.
Nice. Okay.
Finally got me on a regular show.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a guest appearance.
Yeah, guest appearance, and now he's a regular.
Yeah, why? But
he's like a regular host of the show now. Like I only tune in. I used to only tune in to see Toy Addict, but now I only tune in so I can watch Fantastic. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart.
I see you every Thursday.
Right. So,
and other than that, all the collabs we've been doing over the year, and just meeting all the new and upcoming photographers, that's always great. And hoping to go bigger in 2024.
Absolutely. Right. And that's one of the things about years like this, where everything just flies by, right? Like, to me, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like the year went by really, really quick. It probably didn't, but it really quick. So like, we did a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on. Like, there's a lot of just a lot of collabs, and a lot of just like you said, meeting new people, being able to
interacting with new accounts,
just new folks. Yeah, right. Like, even and that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to next year, is just getting to know new folks and getting to know people who do things other than like toy photography and dial maker, just other things. That's what I'm looking for.
So all you old folks that we've already dealt with, you just buckle in. We'll get back to you in 2025. 2024 is the year of new folks.
New folks. We're gonna get new folks in. Chain Brother says, y'all passed 300 views on your show. Yes, you guys. Yeah. Chain Brothers is a hit episode. Definitely was. Top 5 AWA moments. Danny's Pee Wee at least God dance getting kicked off YouTube. How many wives contested for cameos? Oh, that's nice.
Awesome.
Thank you, Diggs Fix. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clintastic appearances and how many wipes appearances, they're like tied. I think we've had the conversation of how many times you're supposed to wipe, at least as many times we've had Clintastic on the show.
Now, how many times did we agree that we're supposed to wipe our ass?
Until you're done.
Until you're done.
Yeah.
Not until
There's
your
no
asshole
limit.
bleeds.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what it takes, that's.
I've intentionally avoided the episodes where y'all talked about this shit.
No pun intended.
Well, chat, just like Diggs Fix, let us know what are your top 5 memorable moments. It could be anything in the toy community, whether you did a collab with somebody, whether you were on a show, whether you watched the show, whether you sat through us talking about wiping your ass.
Or Pee Wee Herman. God knows we did that enough.
Pee Wee Herman was, and that's going to be an ongoing subject until, just don't bring it up. You don't want me to rant about it, don't bring it up. Jay Brother says, COVID no longer considered a pandemic earlier the year. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
that was
right. Yeah, that was.
I mean, that fucking COVID had us all fucked up for everything.
It did
in our everyday lives, not just our online. Like our online lives probably flourished during COVID.
Yeah,
but
I mean, let's face it. That's probably why we all got together. So
that's the reason why, right? That's our love. That's our love story. Like if this was a love movie, we met through COVID.
Well, so we don't want COVID to end. We're gonna just keep on walking up and coughing on people.
Well, ironically, me and Unworthy's friend anniversary is Valentine's Day. So
okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
we had a really nice meet cute.
Yeah, you slid in my DMs, and I haven't been able to get rid of you since.
That's
damn.
Right. I'm like
my god.
I'm like
I want to hear this story.
Penny. I'm like
I want to hear this story. I want to make sure the shit's not the same like me, because make sure he doesn't say the same things he says to you, he says to me.
No, I totally fanboyed him. I was like, hey, I know you're a superstar, and actually I don't remember. I was trying to make something up. I do remember sliding into his DMs because he was doing the Clintastic 4 Valentine's.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, how do I do this? Teach me, sir.
Teach me your ways.
And then ever since then, I've woken up to a 7 a.m. panicked message from Unworthy ever since.
Basically.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's usually like, oh my God, I can't see, what color is this?
Well, I mean, going back to COVID, I feel like COVID brought out the best in everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Because we were home.
That's a fucking risque comment. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it is. And forgive me if I offend you, and sorry, not sorry. I mean, it brought out the best in me. I mean, I wasn't opening toys. And then all of a sudden, I was opening toys. I was taking photos of toys.
To do.
I had
nothing
shit
to do but open toys.
Well, it's funny because when the whole pandemic actually happened, I ended up breaking my leg really bad, and I was like out, like I tore ligaments. So I was quarantined before people were quarantined. So the day that I get a boot and I'm like, all right, I'm able to go to the stores. And at the time, the McFarlane's, the DC multiverses were hot. They were just, the first wave was coming out now. And then the AEW, the first AEW figures were coming out. So those things were booming. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to Walmart. So my daughter's godfather picks me up. I'm going home, and then like you could see on the news, state of emergency, everybody's on lockdown. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what the fuck, can't even go out nowhere. But it definitely brought out the creative juices. You're home, you're doing nothing, and my daughter's godfather was kind of the one. He was like taking photos. It's like, he's a photographer, so he was taking photos of his Marvel Legends. He was like, hey, maybe you should start opening these toys. And I was like, no, I'll just borrow your toys and take photos of your toys. Yeah. I'll review your toys. So that's kind of what I was doing. I was reviewing his toys. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this thing. So then that's when, started taking photos with my phone. And like, I remember not having I didn't know anything about lighting or anything like that. So I would grab like Christmas tree lights and I would put them in the background. Like if you go on my old old photos, you could see kind of like the little bit of the
bokeh.
Yeah. That's how you get what?
That's how you get good bokeh.
Bokeh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a term.
Like Jimbo
talks about it all the time. and like
Bokeh.
Gimbo is really
now,
good.
Unworthy, explain what bokeh is.
Yeah, please elaborate. Let us know.
So well, bokeh is best when it's in the back. I do know that for sure. When it's like in the bokeh in the back. So basically what it is it's like light that's in the back that's like it like reflects and has like little shiny bits on it. If you have Photoshop, you can put artificial bokeh. I know that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like refracted light. That's probably not correct. Clint looking very disappointed in my answer.
Clint, do you know what bokeh is? Elaborate. You're a photographer.
Basically, it's when like the lights in the background are out of focus enough that they start creating circles or some sort of shape in the background. Yeah, that's all it is.
Well, now bokeh... I saw this little DIY or behind the scenes type thing that somebody was doing. I wish I had wrote it down who it was, but they took a piece of cardboard and they cut ha 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 out of the black cardboard and stuck it to the lens of their camera. And then they had lights in the back of the shot that they were doing with Joker and Batman. So like the bokeh actually looked like it was saying ha ha ha. I don't know how that works. It seems like wizardry to me, but it was pretty cool to see.
Wizard. It's witchcraft. Do you know how to do that, Clint? Bokeh?
Yeah.
You're really good at bokeh?
I do it all the time.
Huh. You know what bokeh...
You put something over your lens all the time?
No, I do it in post-production.
Or
like, I'll just put...
You know what bokeh with a V in Spanish means mouth. So when you say bokeh, I think of mouth. So I was like, I do good bokeh. I was like, okay.
All right, well, how's this for Sierra La Boca? Clint was talking. I think that means shut your mouth. My Spanish teacher is...
That's too many words, Unworthy.
My Spanish teacher used to always say that Sierra La Boca, and that I was supposed to be quiet so she could finish talking. So, Clint, the floor is yours. How do you do that?
Sierra La Boca.
What were we even talking about?
We're talking about bokeh. Bokeh. This is why I was keeping talking.
Yeah, you don't put something over your lens. You don't do that.
You can to get a certain shape of it. Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
how does that work? How does it still focus?
The simple way to do it is just like get Christmas lights or something, but like have them far enough back so when you focus in on your figure, it'll create the bokeh effect behind you. But the cardboard in front of the box usually is what creates that background shape.
You don't. How do you still see? Like, cause the video I saw, it was like it covered the whole lens and it was just like some words cut out of it, but like the picture was still clear as day. Like
I didn't watch this video. I don't know.
All right, fair enough.
Are we done with the bokeh talk?
Yeah, I guess. Jesus, what are you in a fucking rush? What do you got somewheres to be? It's only 9:30. We've only been on for 28 minutes.
No, but that's good segue. I don't know none of these fucking photography terms. There's bokeh. What's the term called where it's like above, like bird's eye, right? That's what they call it. Like a bird's eye view, where you take the photo, like you have to have a figure, like if you have an object, whatever it is, and you have to take it from above, and they call it a bird's eye view, right? Clint, I'm asking you because you
answered your own question.
Am I right? Is it a yes or no?
You're right.
There you go. All right, as long as I'm right.
Something I learned this year, and I do it all the time apparently, and I can't remember what the actual term is, but like I like to shoot down low, but like I like to tilt my camera just a little bit, gives a little dramatic flair, I think.
Do that little Dutch angle.
I can't think Dutch angle. Yeah, that's what it is. Because Toy Father, he always comments on it. Great Dutch angle or whatever. Like and I'm like, is that what that's called? I don't know. I usually just, even if I shoot straight on when I'm editing, I cock that sucker a little bit just so it's a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
Dutch angle. Go right there.
Do you guys have any other memorable moments? I can think of so many other memorable moments. There are so many. Do you guys have any other moments that
Jeopardy game?
Oh, of course. Let's bring up the Jeopardy game. Of course.
He did
that rigged fucking
him.
game. That rigged fucking game. Yes, it was a rigged game. These two planned it, and they got me. They set me up.
See, what you are is
if I would have planned it, he would have got the actual questions correct for him to read to us.
Yeah. See, it wasn't planned.
Back to the Future.
Well, since we're bringing the Jeopardy game up, right? Let's bring up the episode where Unworthy thought that the opening scene in the Batman was better than the warehouse scene in Batman versus Superman. Don't you dare mute me. Hey, how about that? Huh? How about that? It was good. It was great. So many great
worthy on that though.
So you were. I mean, hey, listen. Don't get me wrong. That opening scene was great. No, the Batman movie is amazing. The Batman movie is amazing.
See how his tone changed as soon as I said I like that scene more.
Well, I wasn't going to argue it again, but now you bolstered me a little.
I'm just saying.
Listen, that was a good moment. That was a good episode.
It was.
I still feel personally, I'm not wrong. I personally still feel like Pattinson's opening scene was better than the warehouse scene. And it really just comes down to the fact that our friends, other than Clint, have really poor taste in movie scenes.
Oh, shit.
Well, you also only kept the poll up for an hour.
No, it was 24 hours.
It was 24 hours.
It
was up for 24 hours.
24 hours.
24
but we
hours.
only had like 20 followers on that page, so really that's where we went.
Yeah.
We had it on the wrong page.
For the entire 19 people who voted for my scene, thank you. All 19 of you are great. You have great taste in scenes, okay? Well, let me not we have a guest coming on with us, so very friend of the family's, definitely a regular here, so you guys know him as Mr. Sexy. We know him as a jack of all trades. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jedi Jack in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thank you for coming on with us.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing well, man. How are you doing? How was your Christmas, buddy? I know you were gone. You were out and about.
Yeah, right before Christmas we were gone, and then we got back. It's been it'll be two weeks already back this Saturday.
Nice.
And the trip was awesome.
That's awesome.
I highly recommend it.
Was it like culture shock having to come back to the United States and all the bullshit that we got to live with here?
Probably like the biggest thing. I mean, that was my first time in Europe, as far as like the UK and stuff. And I would say the couple things they definitely have figured out better than us. One, everywhere you went was touchless and cashless. It's like everything was tap your card, everything.
Oh, all right.
And you go to a restaurant, they bring the machine to you. Mm-hmm. They're never taking your card away. Public restrooms are spotless.
Oh, nice.
Like, spotless everywhere you went. People were polite when they drive. Nobody's on their phones. Because the roads are so small. Like if you're looking at your phone, you're gonna die. So
I'd be that guy. I'd be that American asshole. I'd be like, hold on, I'm trying to message Clint. Boom, head on collision.
Oh man. So, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the candy is by far superior to ours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. What kind of candy do they have over there?
The Kit Kats are unbelievable.
Oh, we got all flavors of Kit Kat.
Is it like similar to the what is the store, that online store you put me on Worthy? It's called the Wacky Snacks.
Yeah, something's Willy
something
Wacky.
Wacky. Yeah. Willy Wacky Snacks. This is online store that sells like all these like different flavored chips. Like it's like
from
Lay's
all over the world,
and like Pepsi. So I got crayfish Lay's and I got me a strawberry flavored Coca-Cola. And then I got it was weird, but the freaking like I've always wanted to try crawfish. I've always wanted to try it. I've always wanted.
Oh, you've never actually had real crawfish?
Oh, you never had real crawfish?
I've never had it. I've never had it.
What the
I've
hell
always
is going
wanted.
on here?
Well, we're kind of poor out here in Connecticut.
Come on down south, man. We'll get you hooked up.
Well, listen, I'll take you up on it. So definitely, you know what it is. My fat ass, and I'm body shaming myself. I'll go on freaking TikTok, and I'll go on like all these cooking videos, and I'll see all these people doing all these boils, and then they put them all on the table, and all the families are eating, and they're sucking their head, and I'm like.
Danny sees him dump it out on the table. And he's like, "Well, what's everybody else gonna eat?"
So I'm like, it looks so good, so good. And I was always like, when I was younger, until like I was like in my 20s, I was always allergic. Like I was allergic to shellfish or anything like that. But then I went back and got myself tested, so I'm good now. I'm able to eat. So now I have this urge of eating like seafood now. Like I want to eat seafood.
Really test it out.
So I really like, right, with my fucking luck, I'm gonna have like anaphylactic shock the minute I try crawfish for the first time.
My wife does that all the time because she's allergic to pistachios. But then like we get a thing of mixed nuts, and she'll eat like 4 or 5 pistachios to test out how allergic she is. She'll be like, still allergic.
That's I like. So yeah, I've always wanted to try it. So those chips were pretty good. They were really, really good. They had enough coating on the chips. It wasn't too, and even the soda, the strawberry Coca-Cola that I had, like it was really, really good. Like I'm planning on ordering more shit from them.
Yeah, I noticed though, because over there they don't allow a lot of different preservatives and stuff.
Okay,
we do here. So I think a lot of the stuff just tastes better. Like it's there's a lot less. There's fewer chemicals in it. Their chocolate's a lot purer. It's not like corn syrup and food coloring. It's actually like sugar and cocoa powder.
Yeah, and probably some bug legs. Like that's one good thing I will say. We might have more regulations, but I think that we probably have less bug legs in our
probably. But
you know what? If it tastes better, I'm good with eating the bug legs. That's fine. I've ate chocolate chip scorpions before. I'll eat it again.
I did. There's a lot of the foods that I was like, like they don't cook eggs very well over there. They're pretty disgusting. They're always runny, but not in a good way.
Like the yolks are runny, or the whites are runny.
Like everything's runny. Like it's just
can't have that.
And then like, I like salmon, but I don't want a giant piece of smoked salmon for breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like it just doesn't sound appetizing. Because like some of like the breakfast, it would be like smoked salmon and haggis, and I'm like, can I just have some toast?
Smoked salmon and some haggis, nice.
So, did you have real haggis while you were there?
I did. I tried it. I tried 3 different haggis, and
it's a delicacy.
When one of them was not my thing. One of them had like a lot of rye in it, and I'm not a fan of rye, so I didn't care for that. But then I had like another one that was just a little bit different, recipe to it, and it was fine. It's kind of like meatloaf, it's just like the same kind of like
the meat that you don't really want, but it's still so good.
Yeah,
if it's not horse meat, I don't want it. It has to be horse meat.
There might be.
There's an episode for you guys. Check the episode we talk about horse meat.
I did eat a lot of lamb. I had a lot of leg lamb, which was awesome.
Okay.
Especially with their fine selection of very fresh Guinness and nice selection of scotches, of course. Went to one distillery tour that was amazing, and walked out of there pretty feeling very warm. And then just a lot of it was sightseeing, man. We were hiking up mountains every morning and stuff. So it was amazing. It was awesome.
I will say I've traveled across Europe and Asia. I've seen a bunch of different countries. And I will say one thing that we have gotten right when I go over, and it was kind of like culture shock, is the fact that if you go to a bar or a pub or whatever overseas, 9 times out of 10, the beverage, like if you say, "Oh, I want a Guinness," it's not cold. It's not refrigerated.
Yeah.
And so I feel like America's got that right. Like we do refrigerate, but also their beer is a little bit more powerful. So like 4 warm Guinness, and you're on cloud 9, and it's like you don't even give a shit that it's warm anymore. Like,
you just
whatever.
don't even care.
Give me a hot scotch while you're at it. Put it in the microwave for me.
Hot scotch, right? After the first one, you're like all tipping over and shit.
Basically, yeah.
Well, since you're bringing up the vacation, like we were talking about our top 5 memorable moments, is there a memorable moment that stands out the most on this vacation, Jack?
Yeah, I would say there was one hike that we did. We climbed this. It's like a rock formation. It's at the top of this mountain called Old Man Store, and it's about an hour hike just getting up to the thing.
Damn.
And it's a straight up climb. Like you're walking at a very exaggerated uphill. And it was
like a workout.
Dude, I was sweating. I was sweating, and it was like 30 degrees, and but like getting all the way up there, and then the view that we had of everything, and it was amazing. And it was right at sunrise, which was, there wasn't much sunlight there because like sunrise wasn't until like 8:30, and sunset at 3:30.
Oh,
so like by 4 o'clock. Yeah, by 4 o'clock, it's pitch dark out. So the sun never really comes up. It kind of just crests and then just kind of just falls back down. So, but it was cool. We were getting like to the top of the mountain, like as like the sun was coming up right about like 9 o'clock. And I fell on my ass about 3 or 4 times, slipping on ice. So, but I didn't tumble down the mountain because that would have been cool video. But
I mean, it would have been bad for you though.
Right? Yeah, it would have hurt. But that was probably definitely one of my most memorable moments from the trip for sure.
That's awesome, man. Now, is there any other memorable moments like besides the trip, or it could be for the trip? If the trip was the thing that stands out the most, are there any other memorable moments from like, maybe dial making or like just in the community itself or whatever, it could be anything. Any other moments that stand out to you?
I got 2.
Okay.
2. One of them was another vacation it took back in May. We had some friends that have a sailboat.
Nice.
Four bedroom like catamaran kind of thing. And they invited us, and we flew. They took the boat down to Nassau, Bahamas, and so we flew from here to Nassau, and then we sailed on the boat for 5 days to the Exumas, and that was just amazing, like crystal clear water to these tiny little islands.
Wow!
And it was just beautiful and super relaxing, and that was great. And then the other thing I gotta say, guys, was being on this show right here.
Oh, stop! You flatter us.
Stop it, Esteban.
No. I feel like I had like graduated up a level from being like the novice, like photographer guy, just trying to take photos and be like, hey, somebody look at my cool stuff, and and I feel like getting to come on here and like talk about stuff, and then getting to do dials for both of you guys was a big treat for me.
Yeah. Appreciate hearing that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really enjoyed, I guess to add to the list was doing like both of your dios, because both of them were so different than everything I'd done previously. Not only were they big challenges, but I was happy that they got to be used in ways that I intended, and then ways that I didn't see that you guys were able to come up with. Oh yeah, thank you, Collectible Fun. That's a perfect thing. And my Daredevil collab, man.
Yeah,
Daredevil. That's been a lot.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely touched on collabs. That's one of them, definitely.
Yeah, man. All those guys in that thing work so hard, and I always feel bad because sometimes I come up with stuff where I'm like, okay, we're gonna tackle this thing, and it's usually like a problem that I have, like where I'm like, I need to work better at this angle, shooting from this angle and lighting, and I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing, and you just hear some of the guys be like, can't we just take like a regular shot? Like,
no,
we could, but half the fun is like, trying to improve our skills to get better at photography, So, because I think that like once you start seeing your improvements and taking pictures, makes it even more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And that's been fun for me because like I've improved. At least I feel like I have, and then like I've watched other people get better too. So it's been great, man. The stuff I got to do with Unworthy, he's jumped in a couple times, and you have as well. And and then the 25 days of collabs with Unworthy, that was a fun one, dude. That was
that was a lot of fun. Yeah,
I can't believe how good it came out. Like I was like, I don't know how we're gonna nail this thing, but it came out perfect.
No, it did.
Like I don't want to humble brag here, but like it did. Like the way that his shot and my shot, if you look at them next to each other, it really does look like they were in a real standoff. Like it turned out perfect. And it started with Jedi Jack's shot because he did his first and sent it to me, and I was able to have my phone looking at his picture and rearranging, making sure that I had everything just at the right angle, and then you put them together, and it was chef's kiss.
And we, there's even there's a whole backstory on those because it was mine. Mine was a custom Daredevil I made, and then I used Deadpool as my stand-in, and of course the flip side was Deathstroke, and he had the regular Daredevil. So it was, and if I'm sure you comic aficionados know that Rob Liefeld, created Deadpool from Deathstroke. So that's why the name's Wade Wilson instead of Slade Wilson, and so I thought that was kind of fun to do it that way. So
I appreciate you plugged that in there. You just let them know. I appreciate that.
Something cool that came out of that too is because I used Deadman, the McFarlane.
Yes, I forgot that. Yes, that's right.
I use him for like my stand-in because the suits are the same color. So then Jack and I were talking, and I was like, I think Dead Devil is going to be a good custom. We're going to have to find another Dead Man, and we're going to have to do a Dead Devil custom figure for both of us, and then we'll revisit the collab again.
Do the collab again.
Absolutely. Vico says, if I was your girl, I'd like to jump in there. But you know what? He has that effect. Listen, you're not the only one. He has that effect on everybody.
Every episode.
You should have seen the beard while it was in
on vacation.
Scotland. Yeah, dude. It was like,
oh, nice.
Full man.
You may have to like, did you take any photos like by yourself? You may have to like show us.
I got one. I got one. I'll hook you guys up with.
What up, Rel? What's going on? But dude, but going back to you were saying, dude, go ahead. I'm worthy.
I was gonna say, and now that Jack is here, I was gonna say I could do my top 5 moments if that's all right.
Okay.
All right.
No, absolutely. No, absolutely.
I was holding off because of I was waiting. So I went ahead and I did a Unworthy's best and worst moments of the year.
Ooh,
nice.
And I want to go ahead and do the best moments, and then we'll get to the worst moments.
There you go.
So for best moments of the year, I'm going to go in descending order. So starting with number 5.
Okay.
Finally, a Val Kilmer Batman figure.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That was a pretty good moment.
Great
and
moment.
Number 4, AWA first episode.
Yes.
We debuted. Number 3, Legion's Con was my number 3 moment. Sorry for the bad Photoshop. Up there, you can still see the letters from the other one. Number 2, number 2, put one in the air. Rest in peace to my wife's tubes because we got those snipped up and cut out and removed. So that was the number 2 best moment of the year because your boy can do a lot of things, but pull out on time ain't one of them. And you can tell by how many kids I got running around this bitch.
I'll get there one day. I promise.
And number 1 best moment of the year. Obviously, is I got a Jedi Jack die. I got my Jedi Jack die.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was the only thing that trumped my wife getting her tubes removed.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, dude, like, and piggyback to what you were saying, I was going to say earlier, like, you just besides the dials, you just being who you are. We were happy just to get to know you and just as a person, and you become a regular with us. So like, even like before today, like even just asking, I was like, hey, what are you doing? Are you busy now? Yes, I'll jump on. I'm like, he's probably like fucking annoyed with me right now. So he's like, dude, I'm like busy, but like, dude, you're like a regular with us, and we always love to have you on and just talk to you and just.
I will secretly tell you when because I thought maybe you guys were taking tonight off. I wasn't sure with the holiday. And then when I see you post you're going to do, top picks from the year, I was like, man, I hope they hit me up. I'd love to go.
Well, look, wishes the dreams. Well, it's funny because that's a good segue. Good segue. That is a dream come true. But it's funny because you hit me up during the holidays and you sent me a nice message. Hey, wishing you happy holidays to you and your family. I said the same thing. And I was like, I hope your holidays are great. And he says to me, he said, well, mine was great. I just, my wish didn't come true. And I was like, I was like, oh, really, buddy? What happened? Let us know what your wish was that didn't come true, please.
No. I'm not saying that.
He had to think about it. He's like,
it almost came out. It almost came out. No, that was a setup. No, you're good. We're going to keep it between me and Jedi Jack. Goddamn.
Oh, what the hell?
Don't worry. I'll tell you unworthy.
All right.
Don't let us know on the backstage, but it was a funny ass comment. I thought it was something serious. Like, I was like, oh, man. And then when he said, I'm like, what the fuck? It was funny. It was funny.
I'd have been like, oh, man, his wish didn't come true. What's he need, a kidney? I got 2 of them. I'll give him one. No problem.
I was ready to settle. What do you need? Some money? What do you need? You need more styrofoam? Do you need more?
Say less, man, whatever you need.
I got you. Whatever you need, buddy. Unboxing Art is the best moment is meet. Dude, yes. You know what? Meeting Unboxing Art was another great moment. I definitely enjoyed meeting Unboxing Art. Go check him out on Wednesday, 7:30. State of the art with Cox Craig. He's awesome. Whoop whoop. It says now you have to say it.
Whoop, sorry, bro. Not no.
Now, Worthy, do you have your worst moments? Are you going to share your worst moments now?
I do. I can go right into the worst moments, and then anybody that has the worst moment, they can share that as well. So my worst moment, number 5, worst moment of the year. Actually, it was 2 moments in one. Okay. Too many goddamn CM.
I knew this was coming.
There was too fucking many. We didn't need him. We don't need him still. Fuck off. That was the worst thing. Number 4 for me, worst moment. I paid to watch The Flash twice in a movie theater.
Ooh.
And then it came out on HBO Max like right the fuck away.
HBO Max called him and said, "Don't go back. Just come home."
No, that movie. I watched it on the way to Scotland, and I thought the second half of the movie was really good. I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with the movie. I loved the movie. I have a problem with the fact that I paid to see it twice in the theater when it came out. Like, like I came home from watching it the second time, and I was like, I turned on HBO Max. I was like, I'm gonna watch some Justice League now, get myself amped up. And I was like, oh, coming tomorrow is The Flash. I was like, I love it.
As he's sitting in the theater, somebody's calling him and saying, "Yo, did you see this part in the movie? Or you're next to me?" "No, I'm at home right now." They hung up. That's crazy, but I agree. The movie was fun. I feel like there was a lot.
I loved it. I thought it was a great
fun. Like it kind of made me like enjoyed Ezra Miller a little bit in the movie. I was kind of not wanting to enjoy him because of everything that happens. Like, you fucked this all up, you asshole. And then I'm like watching the movie. I'm like, man, he's a lot of fun in this movie. Like just him and his alternate person, like him and the past him version of himself. Like those scenes were great.
Those interactions were gold.
Yeah, were great. I'm golden.
Yeah, you did a real good job.
So
and number 3 is hunting season was a gigantic bust for me. I got one deer. That's it. Didn't have a good hunting season. Number 2, my kids got tablets for Christmas. It's been a fucking nightmare.
You're screwed.
Been a fucking nightmare. And then number 1, worst thing of the year that's happened to me is I sprained my testicle.
I remember that.
That was pretty horrible times.
That was pretty tough.
Dark times we were living in.
I remember that.
And you need those now that your wife's fixed.
So. Right. I can't. I gotta have them. You know. So that was my top 5 worst moments of the year.
Clint, you've been kind of quiet.
Oh, I'm just always quiet.
Well, before anybody says anything, I do believe in Christmas miracles and New Year's miracles, and I'm very happy. And this is a great moment. Speaking of great moments, this is one of my great moments right now, ladies and gentlemen. Our Rowdy brother is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. AB in his house. Family's here. We are happy. Super happy to have you on, dude. I'm very excited to have you on, dude. You just listen. You like, you just made my night. So I'm very happy to have you on.
New Year's miracles do come true.
Oh my God, miracle on the West Coast. Anybody else got any? What was it like, Clint? Do you have any worst moments of the year?
Nope.
No worst moments.
No,
he's not sharing his sprained testicles like I do.
AB, we've been sharing our best moments of the year. Any top 5 best moments? Doesn't have to be top 5. What are some moments that stick out to you? I know you spend a lot of time with your family and you do a lot of family time, and then sometimes you're in the shows and stuff. Like, what are your moments of the year that stand out to you the most so far?
Well, most definitely you guys, my Rowdy brothers and my Pig Bar brothers as well, to everybody in the toy community. And I would want to say, man, there's a lot, bro, to break down, to be honest.
Yeah. You don't have to break them down all a lot. So it's like you could 1, 2, fine, don't matter. Like the moment. So like anything special during Christmas time that you've done with your family, like you guys have it. Did you get anything that you wanted for Christmas? Did you get?
Oh yeah, man. The missus hooked it up, and she got me Spider-Man 2. So I've been, me and the oldest have been working on that. And then we bought the kids a bunch of stuff for their Christmas. Bought them games. So we've been actually playing a lot of games. Well, we were playing just Mario's Wonder right now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what's fantastic, man. And listen, we're very thrilled to have you on, man. Like I said in the beginning, we're hoping to get you on, but we're happy to have you on, man, because it's always good to have family together. So, worst moments for me, honestly, I think the worst moment for me was anything, and believe it or not, it was nothing and I'm not going to share it, but I'm going to say that anything that was bad this year had nothing to do with the toy community at all. If anything, the toy community has been something, not just the toy community, the entire, like all the people I talk to, all the people I've had relations with. When I tell you that I've been talked off the ledge so many times because my mind, like when you're going, and because we're all humans, we're all adults here, we have personal lives, but anything that's been bad in my life or anything that's gone wrong in my life has been out of the toy community or the community itself. And I will share this, that all you guys here present and everybody that's watching, or if I've had a conversation with you and you've reached out to me, if you talk to me, let me remind you, I'm going to tell you right now, you've always made my day. Anytime you've checked in on me or said, hey, good morning, or just, hey, showed me some love, or just made me laugh or laughed at my inappropriate jokes, that makes my day. So definitely anything but I will say that anything that was a bad moment for me was always outside, because again, this was always been my safe space, my safe haven to come to. And it's been great. Like I haven't had, and knock on wood, to say wood, but like, not to say that there maybe won't be
some wood moment you can knock on.
We'll pull it out then.
Here live. We got banned last time. I'll do it again. I ain't worried about it.
No, they're not to say that they can't be any bad moments, because there are going to be moments that are going to be frustrating. But I think that I've done a good job of just having fun, using that term fun and really having fun, right? Because again, this is a hobby that we all like to do. And again, much respect to those who are actually doing this as a gig. Listen, if somebody offers me a gig to do this and I could get paid for the shit that I do every day, I'll take it 100%. But like, again, to me, it's fun. And I appreciate everybody that's just been supportive and just been awesome. Everybody that's been awesome. And one of my resolutions, I don't like to do resolutions, and one of my resolutions for 2024 is I am not going to put up with the fuckery. I will not put up with fuckery. I am not putting up with the fuckery. That's personal and IG. No fuckery zone. That's going to be my motto. I'm going to stick to positive all the time, and I'm always going to stick to positive. That's how I roll. So
even if you don't get your packages delivered.
Even if I don't get my packages delivered, I'm still going to stay positive, because guess what? Maybe I shouldn't have bought the motherfucker. Maybe I should have did something else with it. Maybe I should have used the money for something more important than fucking toys. But anybody else got any worse moments? AB, you have any bad moments of the year? Anything that's been like a shitty? It doesn't have to be personal. It could be like something like, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a sprained testicle. I just was thinking, in the grand scheme of things, the worst things that happened to me this year was
bad.
That is bad. That's, it's funny.
It was pretty horrible.
It was bad. He had me fucking concerned. Jack, listen.
He was ready to drive down here just to like check my testicles for me. He was like, I don't know.
You okay, sir? Are you all right? Like, when he called me and like told me, like, in my mind was like racing. I was like, oh my God, like, is he all right? I was like, oh no. And then everybody was like holding me. He's like, okay, I need to take this phone call. Like, stop working.
I remember him calling me. He's like, how, I was telling him what was going on. I was like, I so badly, because we were on video calls, like, I so badly want to turn the camera around to show you what I'm dealing with here, because this fucker is swollen up like a fucking guava inside of my pants. Like, I can't move. I'm sitting there with my leg. I was laid down on my bed, and I'm like, my legs spread wide open. I got ice bags on my nuts. I was like, this is horrible. I kind of want to show you what I'm dealing with here, but like, it's miserable life right now.
He was miserable. He had me scared. Like, believe it or not, that's how close we've become. Where like, when he called me, I was like, oh no, like even like that time where like, it's like, kids, go inside. I need to take this. This is a very important phone call. It's like, you need me to go over there? You need me to drive? Like, I was ready to call the wife and say, hey, listen, just go take a couple of days off. I got this. I'll take care of everything. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that was definitely it's not a funny moment. It's a bad moment.
I mean, looking back now that it's no longer sprained, it's kind of funny, but it was still the worst thing that's happened to me. I think not even just this year. I think it was one of the worst things, period.
I was going to say, that's probably got to be in top 10 of lifetime right there.
Yeah, definitely.
No, seriously, dude. But this is a good segue to just cut into, we talked about our memorable moments or worst moments. Anybody else got any worst moments? No? I think we got into the part where we could talk about our best purchases of the year, right? It doesn't have to be toys. It could be anything. So who would like to start? Jack, you want to start? Best purchases of the year, Jack?
Let me start, because first I want to call out in the comments there, my man Diggs. Let me tell you, first of all, not only is my man awesome, but he hooked me up with one of my Grail.
Oh yeah,
he hooked me up with the Mezco Daredevil from the Netflix one.
Shit.
And I had been looking for that for a while, and and kept passing on it, and of course kept seeing the price go up on it and stuff like that. And he made it come true, and I was so excited about it. He sent it to me before I left for my trip, and I was like, dude, this is Christmas right here for me.
He's like, fuck my vacation. I don't even want to go now.
I just keep looking at it. I won't even open it. I'm just looking at the box.
Yeah.
Just excited. And so thanks, Diggs, man. You made my Christmas.
Thank you, Diggs.
For purchases,
it could be any order. It doesn't matter. A lot
of good ones.
Okay.
I would say my favorite figure of the year for me would be the Figure Obscura 4 Horsemen Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
Oh yeah,
because that thing, just the detail of the sculpt on that thing, the amount of accessories that you got with it, like no matter what you do, you could put it in a stupid pose and take a picture of it, and it's going to look good.
Yeah.
That figure is just amazing.
Yeah.
And this was the year that like I kind of got into Mythics because of my great friend Pat the collector decided to just send me one, and then it's like your buddy going, here, just smoke this crack, it'll be fine. You
just had something happen like that today, as a matter of fact.
And so and I fell in hard to the 4 Horsemen stuff, and then I also got another favorite purchase was the Yamaguchi Spider-Man. And really excited to get my Moon Knight. I know that's coming.
Yeah, that thing looks
my
so
pile
good.
of loot. I'm waiting for it. And the loose collectibles Red Sonja. Another figure that looks good no matter what you do with it.
Yeah.
And there was something else that was like I didn't expect. I'll probably think of it later, but like those ones were definitely my favorites of the year, and there was a lot of good. I mean, we've been blessed with figures lately, man, from all lines. Like everything comes out, it looks good. That Batman Arkham Knight coming from Yamaguchi looks amazing. And there was something unworthy I was thinking of. It's for another subject. I know we'll come back to that, but
okay.
There was so many good figures that really came out. I mean, it gets to where like I'll see somebody like review a figure and they're just like, oh, this thing's terrible. It's this and that. I'm like, dude, like 5 years ago, you would have thought that was the best figure of it in the world.
Yeah. When figures used to do this. Only.
So like even the ones that come out that like don't have a great sculpt and stuff like that are still like light years ahead of what we used to have. So
if you could tell 5-year-old me that was playing with the Superpowers DC Superpowers figures that I was someday going to have this Mezco Green Lantern that like could fit do all these crazy poses, or even the McFarlane ones, I would have been like, no way.
It's so much fun, and I'm sorry I missed Legion's Con this year, but I will be there in 2024. In fact, I was looking at my flights. I was looking at my flights earlier today, trying to like figuring out if I'm going to jump on tickets now or wait a little bit. But I think that's going to be awesome. They're going to be their 10th year. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff there. I'm still waiting, hoping that maybe they let me have a table. Hoping like somebody drops out last minute.
Yeah.
Then I will be calling both of you guys and going, hey, I'm shipping boxes to you. Can you drive them over? And I will arrive in New Jersey.
Yeah, no problem.
And then we will set up the booth and do some live broadcasting. And
yes.
Absolutely. And that definitely going to be a fun fucking moment, because I'm telling you, the time that we had, it just being there and being around everybody, it was just a blast. It was just a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward. It should be fun just to get to meet everybody in person too, and hang out and just it's gonna be fun. But that's my stuff.
AB, best purchases of the year for you. What are your best purchases?
Well, the first one would have to be my Crow. Crow. That one's my favorite. The ASH Figure Arts Miles. That's my other one.
Yeah.
Loki. From Magic Toys, that was my other favorite one that I bought.
Like the old man Loki.
No, the from the series. The one with the variant jacket.
That thing's dope.
Okay, yeah,
that looks good.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my faves. And then I recently picked up the. He actually, man, if we didn't do our top 10 already, he would have definitely been on my top 5. So I actually picked up the Super Saiyan Goku, the one with the shirt and the big old buff. Yeah, that one's pretty dope, man. I've been having fun with that one.
That's what's up.
And then I would have to say, man, my other one would have to be the Professional with the Leon the Professional from Magic
that
Toys.
thing looks good. Hell yeah, that shit looks great. Hell yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I think those would be my only top ones.
Nice. I don't know where Clint is, but Clint, if you're watching this, I hope you're able to come back. Maybe he's having technical difficulties, but I'll go with my top 5 because I know Unworthy has a nice little setup that he's going to put in. Oh, there he is. Never mind.
I don't anymore. I'm all done with setups.
So from my top 5 purchases, it was really hard to pick top 5 because anytime you had, it's like picking your top number 1 figure, and it's like it changes, like because something new drops. But one of the things that I said was the Jacob Marley from Four Horsemen. That is listen, I'm not big into Four Horsemen stuff. I love their figures. I respect what they're doing. Great stuff, great sculpts. But like I'm like in and out, but like when they dropped that figure, like I loved it that much that I bought a second one because I loved the accessories it came with, the chains, the different head sculpts, and like it's just a beautiful figure. Like I loved it, and I'm hoping that they, you know, they expand the line and make more of the ghosts, and you know, maybe make Mr. Scrooge, and you know, do more. Even Tiny Tim, give me Tiny Tim, that would be great. But another part of my top 5 purchases is all the dials and all accessories. So Jedi Jacks, all the accessories I've gotten, like little accessories I've gotten, those fences AB made me that I couldn't make my fucking self. They were great. So like anything, like I stopped buying, all respect to extreme sets, I stopped buying extreme sets only because I wanted to show support to the people who actually take the time that make the work, you know, again, because, and maybe Unworthy could agree with me, like when we take our photos with these dials like Jedi Jack makes and people like Lone Wolf and all these other people, and then people that make all these great accessories for your pictures, like it does this thing to your photos where it levels your photos up and makes them like,
it really does.
It pops more, right? So it's not just what I always tell people, it's not one artist in the photo, it's two, if you think about it, because it's your photo. You're the artist of the photo, but the surrounding, the setting is another artist. So you're showcasing too. So there are times where I always say, like, if you get featured in a company or something like that, like, you know, shout out that person who made that dial for you, because they're the person, because again, it's amazing stuff. So one of my, I put those together. So all dials, Jedi Jack, that dial you made me, that basement dial is Chef's Kiss. Beautiful dial. I love that dial. I'm actually working on a photo with that dial tonight. And all the accessories. Shout out to you, Jedi Jack. Go Figure Go makes great accessories. Insightful imagery. Amazing fucking stuff. Like amazing stuff. So shout out to everybody who's putting in the work and making our photos pop, man, because you guys are a big part of the community. Another one was Spirit of Halloween. I spent a lot of fucking time in October in Spirit Halloween. So I just put Spirit of Halloween because everything that I purchased is Spirit of Halloween. Like this cup right here, like this cup, like it means everything to me.
He was spending paychecks in there.
Paychecks in there. Like what I would normally do at a Target or on a pre-order, anytime October comes around, not even October, they start showing up like late September. That's when Spirit of Halloween starts showing up. I was in there every day. I was just buying shit, buying socks, buying mugs, buying like pictures.
The cashiers knew him by name.
I was inviting them over for Christmas. Like it was great. It was like, so anything Spirit of Halloween. Waxwork Comics. I got into buying the vinyls, like record vinyls, and I got into buying the Waxwork Records sells a lot of the horror movie like soundtracks. So I've been buying a lot of those. So so far I have a nice collection. So I've been getting into a lot of those because I love the artwork on the vinyls. And also too, I'm planning on getting me a record player, just kind of listen to the soundtracks. So that was another purchase. And then last but not least, because I wanted the United States title, that my Universal title is like one of my purchases of the year. I'm very happy to have this Universal title because I wanted the United States title at Legion's Con, but that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But I got this one on a definitely great price. So, and it's red, and I love red, so I'm definitely happy with this one. So this is one
I gotta ask: are you bringing that to you with Legion's Con and follow up? Are you going to defend it like 24/7?
I will defend this title against anyone. I am a fighting champion. I will defend this title with anyone.
Be careful, because
with
Jedi Jack is probably going to need to be excluded from this until the last day, so that we can get that title in so many other people's hands.
Too, Jedi Jack challenges, I'm submitting it.
I'm coming with the high boots.
He's coming in with the Ric Flairs. He's gonna have the woo. He's coming in with the Ric Flair
silent and profile. He gonna chop the shit out of you.
Just make sure that wait till I bend over to chop me, and then just chop me. Chop me in the ass.
You hear Daddy go, Poppy.
But those are my top five. Top five again. I could say figures, but again, I've already named figures in other shows. There are other things that I am into. Again, the title's like my number one top purchase because again, I've always wanted it, and it was always nice to have like a replica title. And like there are times that the WWE does come to Connecticut, and like maybe if I go even like the cons, it'd be nice to wear a title around, walk around with a title. But those are my
cool.
So, but
you get a singlet.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to. I might wear the trunks, do the Rick Martel. Remember Rick Martel? I might come in like Rick Martel, have the shades on, have the spray with the I might do some shit. Unworthy, you got top 5? What are your top 5s, buddy?
Yeah, so for top 5s, I'm not gonna keep this to toys at all. Well, I mean, there will be one thing on there that's toys. But number 5, I bought myself a new scope for my crossbow, and that has been really good. Even though my hunting season sucked, I'm really that accurate with this crossbow now. It's got the parallax adjustments for the rotation of the earth and shit. It's a really nice scope. Happy about that. I bought some really nice hats this year. Too many to name. This is one. This has been like my most favorite hat of the year. I bought, let's see, I did have a couple Grail purchases that I spent a good amount of money on, but I did buy, as far as figures are concerned, I bought the Raphael and Robin 2-pack, Ninja Turtles versus Batman, and Leonardo and Batman 2-pack. Those were some Grails of mine that I wanted from way back that I was very happy to get this year. I guess I don't have 5. So my number 1, obviously, my best purchase of the year is, and I sent this in my video package to the Lazy Boys for their top 10 video. My best purchase of the entire year was my Jedi Jack Batcave. It really has upped my, not just upped my game as far as photography goes, but like I am constantly pulling this thing out and putting it together and finding new ways to use it in different shots. It's been my most used accessory, I guess you would call it, or setup piece, diorama. It's been my most used thing in my photos since I got it. So that was my best purchase of the entire year, was investing in a Jedi Jack diorama.
Dude, I love like seeing like some of your shots, and it like literally takes me a while to go, oh wait a minute, that's how I do, because like you'll take it from a.
He's looking at it like, why the hell did he tag me in this?
No, I'll look, and it'll take me a second to like, because you'll shoot it from like a different angle that like I didn't think about before, Yeah.
And, oh man, it's so versatile. I love it so much.
Good, man. That's great, man. That's what makes me happy. That kind of hearing you guys like say that kind of stuff, and and when I get feedback like that from everybody, that's the things that like made me feel good, like that I did it right. It's because that's what I want. I want it to not be like a one-dimensional kind of thing where you can only shoot it this way. I want you to be able to like, use it multiple ways, because even when I'm building it, I'm like, oh, okay, what if we did it? If you shoot something from this angle, and then how it'll look from this angle, and how it'll look over here, and
I mean, this thing is so versatile, and like it's going to be so easy to add on to. I've already started taking out a second mortgage so I can add an addition to my house, so I can have an entire room just for my bat cave and all of my stuff. Like I'm going to have prison cells. I'm going to be able to put a whole fucking dinosaur in there. Like it's
some bridges going over a platform for the Batmobile.
It's just it also too, it's like it showcases a lot of like, it's not surprising that we would put your dials in our top 5 purchases of the year, because again, it's a lot of, and I've said this even in the episode when you were on and we were talking about your dials, you see the love and time you put into the thing. You get to know the person you're commissioning or something for. You get to know them, and you think like a photographer because you take photos also. So you add certain sections and certain parts where you're like, and like you said, like you think like, is he going to use this angle this way, or like maybe he'll use it this way? Oh, this will be a good idea, maybe, because you get to know and you kind of see how we take photos, so you kind of utilize that information in the dial. So again, I'm not surprised, dude. Like, listen, dude, you're I can't wait to see. I'm already planning my second one, so I'm already excited for it.
Well, I'm still planning my first one.
Anytime, Clint, you tell me, buddy. We'll get you hooked up.
Just trying to narrow it down. Just
there you go.
Get the most bang for my buck.
That's it.
I will say also to go along with the Jedi Jack dial is I potentially had another worse moment on my hand because my son, my youngest, bless his heart, he almost caught himself a eye jammy because he took my computer, my computer screens from my bat cave, and he just all he did was take it off of the stand that it's on, and then when he set it down on the table, like it fell backward and it popped one of the fucking screens off, and I was like, "Get out of here! Get out of my! You just ruined my whole life! Get out of here!" But it was an easy fix. Super glue, put it back together. Boom! I was like, "Oh man, boy, you have no idea how lucky you are that Jedi Jack is so good at making these things."
So is that why you got him tablets for Christmas?
I didn't get him tablets. God damn it! That situation.
Toyota Limited says Mesco Leatherface, Mesco Conan, Mesco Vampirini, and Surprise Mesco Roadblock. All right, those are his Dead Man Wong. A whole lot of Mesco. You love them some Mescos. He says extreme sets are great, but we are artists should really be supporting other artists. I am on dial and it's great, and I'm mixed with Jedi Jack Masterpiece. Support your fellow artists. Absolutely. Support your fellow dial makers, man. Listen, they definitely bring the heat. Dixwick says Last Ronin, Sinja what is that?
Sinja, it's one of the
it's all together.
Robot ninjas, yeah.
Ramperini, Cousin Eddie. Oh, nice. And then Calvin says just hello reservoir. Of course Calvin does. We love Calvin. Last Ronin. Oh, he fixed it. Okay. Oh man. Well, great purchase. Yeah, again, I agree.
Clint, how about you? What was your best purchases of the year?
So my number 5 is a lot of the grill pieces I got this year. Since there weren't a lot of X-Men waves this year, I got to focus my money on some grill pieces like the original 5, finishing off a couple of Build-A-Figure pieces.
Okay.
So that rounds up my 5. Let's see. Number 4 is probably some of the Lego sets I got this year. Just
nice.
They're nice and they're cool.
Cool.
My number 2 favorite purchase. Yeah.
Perfect. That's it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece.
Yes, they did awesome work on that.
And it's like, no complaints. And my number 1 purchase, I kind of brought it up at the top of the show, but got a new car. So that's an expensive toy.
You can't beat that. That's
what'd you get, Clint?
Chevy Trax.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's red.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. Awesome stuff, man. Now it's a good. Now we talked about our favorite purchases. Anybody got any purchases you regret buying? Like anything you regret? Like it was just like, oh, I don't know why the hell I bought this. Anything that you have that you're like, you do?
I do right off the top of my head. My first Mezco was a complete disappointment. I will say that Mezco Pennywise, cool, great, looks nice, but completely disappointed because I don't think I'll be able to do a whole lot with it. It's very, very small. The suit is pretty limited as far as posing is concerned. I regret buying that. But I think that's really about it. I mean, I bought some pretty shitty arrows for my crossbow that I was also pretty disappointed with. They kind of imploded on the first 2 or 3 shots with it. So that's about it.
I got one. It's more like a bittersweet kind of thing because I don't mind the purchase. I don't feel like I got my money's worth out of it, and that would be my first Hot Toys.
And
the Hot Toys Moon Knight, which looks amazing. Like,
wow,
the detail on that thing is incredible. Like,
the
suit just looks really good. There's so many different textures of the whole thing. They knocked it out of the park on that. Like the wired cape is perfect. The light up LED eyes, but and comes with plenty of hands, and everything's cool. But for the price of it, it's still pretty much a brick, a giant brick. That's like, you can't, like, of course I don't have any diodes because I don't have any diodes 1/6 scale.
That's a big fucking dial.
It take up half the room, and then like it's kind of limited on what it composes. Like, it'll take cool pictures because it looks really good, but I'm not going to buy any more Hot Toys. But, I would rather have a much cheaper figure that I can do 100 poses with, super easy than one that just looks, amazing in its sculpt.
Yeah. I agree. I can agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
I also opened my very first Hot Toy today. I've never opened a Hot Toy before, and I'm glad that I got a good one then, because like I'm very impressed. I was already on the phone with Danny twice today, being like, "All right, which one of the Supermans do I need to get? Which one is the Miles I need to get? Did they make a Hot Toy? Did they make a Hot Toy Gambit? I need a whole Rowdy Boyz Hot Toy shelf now."
That shit is an expensive rabbit hole, and I agree with you, Jedi Jack. There are some that are amazing. I think the newer versions that have come out have been great with like the textures in the suit, but like it's kind of like that conversation, that universal conversation we've always had, where it's like every company, although they have great things about them, they do have flaws, and it's like just because it's a high-end company that again you're paying some amount of dollars and you really can't put the figure in a pose that it really needs to be on. That's like, what's the point of buying this? I'd rather spend $20 on something that I know I'm going to be able to pose around and put them in all crazy dynamic poses. So I agree with you 100%.
So let me ask you, did you buy that the Moon Knight? Did you buy them for photography purposes, or did you buy them because it was something that you really wanted? So like, as a collection piece, is it still good? But
yes, as a collection piece, it's still good. I don't regret buying it.
Yeah.
What I wish it was just a little bit more useful, because I'd feel like I could do more with it than than just because it has like the full suit too. I don't want to like stick it in a pose and leave it there. So because I know it'll get stretched out, so then I put it back in a museum pose. That's just straight up and down, straight arms and stuff, and it still looks good. Like I'm looking at it right now. It looks amazing. I guess
that's what I was wondering, because like I don't know how I'm going to photo the Hot Toy that I've got. Like I have to do one photo with it, but like I don't know that I'm going to be able to continue to do photos with it.
Yeah.
Because of what you said, limited as far as what you can put, what kind of scene you could put them in. It's the only one I have, so I can't put it like it's fighting anybody.
Right.
But as far as but like I always already in my head is like, as a collector, like somebody that wants to have a nice display.
Yeah.
Like my Batman display is pretty cool and all, even though you can't see it with all the lights. But I'm thinking about buying more just for like a display to have, like only the Rowdy Boyz though. I'm gonna have a Superman for Danny. I'm gonna have a Gambit for Clint, and I'm gonna have a Miles for AB. Before 2024 is over, guarantee it. I have at least 3 more Hot Toys to go on the shelf with my Thor.
Yeah, and I think for collector end, like if they definitely fill that role very well. Like they're great looking pieces. I'm not knocking them in any way. That's mine was my own personal pet peeve. Like, man, I wish it's just posed just a little bit more. Like it had just a little bit more articulation. I'd be constantly trying to take shots of it and stuff. And you can still but it still looks good, and I'm gonna love having it on the shelf. I didn't like box it up or put it away. I still want to look at it. No Chewy. Yes, I did. I pre-ordered that sucker the day they announced it, and I think it's already sitting in my pile of loot with Big Bad. I just got to get it shipped.
Diggsfig says, I regret not buying any AWA merch, but that's really more on you guys.
It's all bad.
I concur. I concur with that.
We got stickers and shirts and all that shit.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Bear with us.
I do have a merch suggestion for y'all.
Okay.
Bottled water.
A bottle of water?
Yeah.
That's all. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. AWA, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to go perfect with our ball stick when we finally get the licensing dispute settled with that.
That's true. Raven says Red Death, Mesco Morbius, William. I want that wolf so bad.
The wolf
Boreas,
is cool.
I can never say these. I know this is
Raven's
a
Eye
Mythic Legion.
did some amazing shots with that William Wolf. Oh,
yeah. And Father Christmas snuck into my top 5. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I definitely want that wolf bad. I was looking at him yesterday, and he's amazing looking. Yeah. But I agree with you. The hot toys are great, but most times they're good for just like display pieces, and they're like Manila pose. Keep them there like a statue, and don't touch them. Don't touch them at all. AB, any worst purchases of the year for you?
To be honest, no, bro. They think
okay.
They think they all been pretty set, man, pretty good. I don't think I've had a one that I kind of regret buying at all. I mean, there's some figures that have like little problems and stuff like that, but not to where I was like, fuck, I wasted,
No, I think you do I think he does a good job of buying stuff. You do a good job of just buying things that you really
that shows a lot about your restraint on your I'm not gonna buy this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pace the store for like a couple of times down the aisles, and then the missus like, just grab the damn figure already. Like, all right, I'll just get it.
Yeah, right.
That's when I would hit my wife with the "Are you sure?" as I'm already going to pick it up.
That's awesome. Clint, any worst purchases of the year for you? Anything that's like,
all the McFarlane figures I bought.
Oh,
you take that back. You salty bitch.
Wow.
I don't need to deal with this shit anymore. I'm out of here.
Well, this is going to be the deal breaker. Anyone specific that you don't like? Any figure specific?
Oh, you know he's going to say it.
No, I like the figures I got.
Okay. You're just busting balls?
I'm just busting his balls. But I will say the worst purchase I bought were
almost knocked my whole damn computer over, Clint.
Well, that hurts you more than it hurts me. But I said the worst purchase for me were some useless Santa hats that I bought for some non-existent Christmas photos that happened that never fit my figures. So
I made them. You know what? I should send you the video. I made Santa hats.
Well, now you tell me.
Yeah, now you tell me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was in high demand.
Well, I
have toilet paper. We need Christmas hats.
I have 100 useless Santa hats just sitting in my storage. Yeah.
So I only made one, I should say, but I made it for the Joker, the Christmas with the Joker, Christmas with Joker shot that I did with Horror of Gotham. And I just bought felt, and I watched this video. And I don't know if you guys that have kids, if you've ever seen the show, Fizzy Wizzy Toy Box Show. It's like some weird fucking show where this lady has all these toys that she plays with and like does the little voices and stuff. But I'm 90% positive that it's the same lady that did the video for how to make Santa hats. And it was just as easy as fucking taking a couple pieces of paper to make templates. And I made a fucking purple Santa hat for my Joker that I used in one shot, and then I broke it trying to take it back off of him. I'm sorry, Clint. Sorry.
I see how it is. Like,
I'm sorry.
I help you out with photos all the time, and you can't.
I didn't know, man. I didn't know. If I'd have known, I'd have told you. I'd have videoed you. Like, here's how we do this, and I'd have been like holding my phone. I'd been like, here's how we do it. And you'd be like, turn the camera around. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, sorry.
Toyota Unlimited says McFarlane Sinestro was the worst of the year.
Fuck him. Kick him off. Get him out of here. That was the best goddamn figure I've bought this year.
He is great. He's a great figure.
Speaking of McFarlane, I did just get 3 new McFarlanes in today. So
okay. Let's see what you got, man.
Had to go in on the Batman and Robin wave.
There you go.
They put a sticker right on the front of that.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Oh well.
But good thing not
yeah. Thank God you're not me in the beginning of COVID.
So you didn't get all 4?
Batman's still on the way.
Oh, okay.
Nice. You want my? Well, you really want it for the build.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll send you my Batman. No. I don't need it.
Nah.
I got the Batman. I got that whole wave, but I don't need the Batman because I just got the fucking movie 6-pack. So
yeah. Worst purchase for me this year. Honestly, I'm only gonna. It's probably that prison guard from like Cosmic Legions, like, and that's only because when I took him out the box, he like broke instantly. Like,
don't tell me that. I haven't opened mine yet.
It's well, maybe it won't happen. Maybe it won't happen with yours. Maybe it was just mine, but like that's probably the only one. Like I bought it at ChrisCon in Mass, and I went all in. I was all in on the Cosmics, and I opened that one figure, and like it fell apart. And I'm like, fuck! I was so pissed about it because it looked so good. And it's funny because I was trying to convince Unworthy to buy them.
He was on the phone. Tell me.
You should buy these. These will look good at Green Lantern photos. These are gonna be great.
Get 10 of them.
You gotta get 10, and then the fucking legs.
It's like, I can't get this back together. I'm like, get what back together? He's like, never mind, just buy them.
Well, they were nice. They were nice enough when I reached out to them to kind of want to send me another one. They were nice enough, so they do a good job with their customer service. They were gonna send me another one, but I was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. So I just kind of kept them in the. I tried to put the leg back together and I kept it on my shelf. Like I was like, I'm gonna leave them there. But like that was like my deal breaker right there. After that, I was like, you know what? They all look amazing. Not to say they're not amazing. They're all amazing looking figures. Cosmic Legions are the best. They look great. They're not the best. They look great. It's just they're not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna buy any more of them. Yeah. But that was probably my worst. Vico says my worst purchase was buying Christmas cookies for my job to share with my coworkers, and got fired that day. Damn.
Was it the cookies?
Only cookie my coffee. Damn. All right.
Dude, that's cool.
That sucks.
Those fucking heartless bastards fire you to be over Christmas cookies?
Over Christmas. What kind did you bring? Did you bring the Stop and Shop kind?
Yeah, listen, if you need a good recipe for napalm, I got that too. Anarchist cookbook. Sorry, I shouldn't say that online.
Yeah.
I hope you rub your nuts on those cookies for them.
Oh man, teabag them.
Right through the little hole. Oh man. But other than that, that's those are great, definitely great bad purchases and good purchases. Now, perfect segue into like top movies. I know a lot of you guys really don't do a lot of like the movie things, but like I had a few movies that kind of stood out to me this year, and there've been a lot of them. And we were talking about this earlier. There's a lot of movies that I wasn't aware that were out, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know this movie was out. But there are some that I did go to the movie theaters, and I put them at my top 5. So I have their photos here. Starting with I'm gonna do the first 2 and then my top 3. So first one that I really enjoyed was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a really, really good movie. It's fun. When you watch it, it's a mixture of like Urban Legends meets Final Destination meets I Know What You Did Last Summer, but it's like all revolve around Thanksgiving. It's fun. Fun horror movie, has gore, has some funny moments. It's a great fun movie. So definitely, and they're already going into their sequel. They're making a sequel, so it's great. So I highly recommend if you haven't watched it, go watch that movie. It's great. Definitely one of them. Another one, surprisingly, it's the one I just mostly watch, is the TMNT Mutant Mayhem. That movie is fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I love that movie. I just recently watched it. I didn't watch it in theaters, but when I watched it, I was like, this movie is so fucking fun. It was so good. I was a little bit hesitant because, again, I'm still stuck in the 90s, still stuck in the 90s movies, and like, and even like the reboots, they were okay for that time. Like the first one, I was like, but they weren't great. But like this movie was just like awesome. Like, and again, also they're gonna plan for a sequel for this one. And if they keep it the same way, then I'm sold. It's a great movie. Now for my top 3 movies, I'm gonna go with my next one, which is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Favorite Spider-Man movie, favorite movie in the Marvel cinematic, whatever. It's favorite, even over the Tom Holland movies. This is my Spider-Man. I love this Spider-Man movie. I love the first one. I love this one. I just love everything about it. I love the soundtrack, the visuals, how they connect everything. It's like it makes me excited because I know eventually they're gonna introduce Miles into the real world and bring him out. So I hope they cast somebody awesome, or hopefully I think the guy that does his voice a little older, right? So I don't know if they'll cast him, but Amazing movie. So it's definitely my number 3. My number 2, it's Creed 3. I loved Creed 3. Like what they're doing with the franchise.
Block that one guy out there. We can't put him up on our TV
No, well, I mean, unfortunately, yeah. But like Creed 3 is definitely an amazing movie. I love what they've done with the franchise. I love how they're introducing different characters and they're expanding the whole Rocky universe and not have it. It's one of those movies where you didn't need a legacy character like Sylvester Stallone to be in it to be a great movie. It was a phenomenal movie. And that's a movie I watched like 20 times already. I love it. And then last but not least, Evil Dead Rise, favorite movie of the year. Still my favorite horror movie of the year. I loved everything about it. I could watch that movie all day, every day. It's a great movie. The lady that played the mom was fucking amazing. It was just like one of those horror movies that I wanted to watch. And when I saw it in theaters, I was just blown away by it. So it's still my number 1 horror movie of the year. So those are my 5. So any top 5 movies of the years? Anybody that seen movies? Clint.
So let's see. I have no order for this, but my top 5 are They Cloned Tyrone. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Really? I've heard a lot of bad about that. You're the first person I've actually heard.
That thing was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Cross the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Bottoms.
Oh.
And then finishing out the list is Barbie.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Barbie yet. I want to see. I got to know what is Bottoms.
It's basically female Fight Club.
Oh man, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
we definitely.
I love bad bitches. I love bad bitches. I love it.
Definitely go check that out, man. Good choices. AB.
Where can I? I'm sorry. Where can I watch Bottoms?
Hulu maybe.
Hulu. All right, I got to put that on my list to watch. It might still make my top 10 of the year.
We might have to review this movie on Toy Talk.
By the way you're talking, it's not the kind of Fight Club you're thinking about, by the way.
That sounds even better, honestly. That's not going to deter me.
What was this film rated?
R.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Bottoms, everybody. You heard that? You hear it here first. Watch Bottoms. We'll talk about it. AB, top 5 movies of the year for you. If you have top 5. If not, 3, whatever.
I would have to say Cross the Universe would be the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
That was my favorite. Shit, man. To be honest, I would have to say the Mario's movie.
Mario's movie is good. Yeah, that was a good one.
And then we pretty much watch kids' movies with the kids, man, because that's the only time we really.
Yeah.
Same.
I think it would just have to be those 2, man, because we really don't watch any other kind of stuff. Pretty much just like with the family stuff with the boys.
Yeah. That's what's
we
up.
actually just watched Mario today, and I was watching it and thinking, this is such a good movie.
It is a good movie. Definitely a great movie. Awesome. Jack, top 5 movies of the year for you. If not 5, 2, whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of I'll say that I didn't go to the theater or watch as many new releases this year as I usually do, because usually I go to the movies at least every 2 weeks or so. But it's pretty much the same as a lot of others. I thought the Mario Brothers movie was just awesome. They just did such a good job with it. There was one, and I'm blanking on the name of it. It was a Netflix one. But it was where the girl time travels back to her mom's in the 80s.
Totally Killer?
Totally Killer, yeah. I thought it was just going to be kind of stupid, and that movie was like really fun, and I thought it was like one of the better movies I watched throughout the year. Another one is one I didn't expect to like. I thought it was going to be stupid, but Renfield. I thought was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even fucking think of that. Damn,
it was so much fun, like from beginning to end.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Across the Spider-Verse to me was just like,
yeah,
everything about like the character development they did with everybody from Gwen to, you know, you got to see everybody and the animation changing all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
And I walked out of there. I went, that's one of the best movies I've ever watched in my life, you know? And I enjoyed it.
That's awesome, man. That's what's up, man. Damn, I didn't even think of that one, man. Redfield, I didn't even think of that because it's one of those movies where you're like not Jack Nicholson,
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage as fucking Dracula. I'm like, but then you watch it, you're like, he's a really good fucking Dracula. I really like him as Dracula.
Like it was like watching a weird like Tarantino style kind of, and it was just like it was just so much fun. Like I thought it was gonna be like stupid humor where it was just like after a while the jokes would just get old.
Yeah.
But that movie kept being fun the whole way through. And
no, absolutely.
That was great. I don't know if any of you guys saw the other Nick Cage film, the one with the Mandalorian man.
Din Djarin.
Yeah, him. Pedro. The movie did with Pedro Pascal.
That's his government name.
The unbearable weight of being Nicolas Cage, whatever it is.
What you just said, but of enormous talent at the end. I forget the first part of it.
That movie was hilarious. And usually I go for like a lot more like action films and like stuff going on and stuff, but I thought this was a good one. I didn't get to see Godzilla 1-1 yet, or Voyage of the Meteor. I know I'm really looking forward to watching both of those.
Yeah.
See, I was the same. I was looking forward to seeing Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Godzilla -1. I haven't had a chance to watch those yet. So my top 5 doesn't include them, and it's not because they're not good movies, because they're probably great movies. Just haven't had a chance. But the ones that I watched this year that I really loved, number 5, and I know it was on my worst list, but Flash is my number 5. It was a really, really, really good movie. I just regret that I had to pay for it twice just to be able to watch it so many times for free. Because I've watched it several times now since it's been on HBO Max. I love it. The animation, you hear a lot of people complaining about the animation when he's in the bowl, and it's like, fuck off. Like, okay, it was bad. Okay, the animation was bad, but the story was really good. Yeah, they did a really good job with the story. I think the studio got in way over their head with how much they were putting into it as far as graphics are concerned.
Yeah.
Considering all the legal shit that was going on with Ezra Miller. Like, I think they got into it, and then all that shit was popping up, and it was like, oh man, what are we gonna do? And they're like, phone it in.
Yeah.
Doesn't visually it takes away, but story wise,
I didn't think it took away. I think if it was if some of the visual effects were better, it would have just elevated the film. But I never thought, like I said, man, I thought they did it. And I'm not a DC guy, and like I watched that and was like, this is pretty damn good. They did a good job.
Wait, time out. You're not a DC guy? You almost convinced me earlier. You said, well, they took Deathstroke, Deadpool really comes from Deathstroke, and I gave you you were like, yeah, you can hit me with this.
When I say I'm not a DC guy, it's not that I'm not a hardcore fan of DC. How's that? Fair
enough. That's okay. We'll convert you.
I think for story wise, I think it was Flash was a perfect like capstone piece for the Snyderverse, because like that's it. Like, you're not getting no more Snyderverse shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Ben Affleck. The little nod with George Clooney at the end was gold. I wish it had been Val Kilmer, but I understand why they couldn't. The guy can't even talk anymore. Like, it was perfect all the way around. Visually, there was some things that I wish they'd been able to do better. But as far as what we got, I loved it. So that's my number 5. Number 4 was the Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Great movie. I've watched it many times with my kids.
Yeah, it's great.
My kids
great movie.
love it. I love it. Fantastic. Number 3 is Megan. I loved Megan. I thought that was a great movie. It's like a new age spin on Chucky. It was amazing. There was so many parts of that movie where I'm watching it, I was like, oh my God, this is bonkers. I don't know what I'm even watching. It's insane. 4 is Scream 6. I loved it. It's another one. I've heard a lot of people talking shit about it, and right here is what I got to tell you. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. And number 1, the best movie I've seen all year, and you can argue with me if you want to. The best movie I've seen all year is Blue Beetle.
Okay, that's a good movie.
That movie was amazing. I love that movie.
Good choice.
Hands down, my favorite movie. I've watched it probably fucking 20 times. It's only been on HBO Max for like 3 months maybe, and I've probably watched it 20 times already. I love that movie. I hate that it hasn't done so well.
Did you go pay for it to watch it, or did you pay for it?
No, see, I was gonna take my son because it came out in August, and it was around the time of my son's birthday, and my son loves the Blue Beetle, so I was like, "We're gonna go see this movie."
No, it's a great movie.
So it was like that was gonna be like a little daddy-son date thing. Like my son and I were gonna go. We're gonna fucking eat a bunch of popcorn and watch this movie probably twice in order to see it because he's gonna have to go to the bathroom. So I was like, whatever. We're gonna go watch it, and then he got sick, so like he wasn't able to go to the movie theater with me, and so I was like, I can't go watch it in a theater without him because like it was been this big thing we were gonna go do, and then by the time he got better, all the fucking reviews were like so bad that theaters were booting it out, like it wasn't in theaters around here for maybe more than a week.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that one had bad timing.
Yeah,
like its release time and stuff. I think if they would put it out if they would have put it out like now at Christmas time when I don't think there was that much out, I think they would have done better with it. I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, everything I saw of it looked great.
Oh, it's such a good movie. The storytelling in that is fucking probably the best that you're gonna get out of the Snyderverse because I'm still not sure whether it's Snyderverse, whether it's the new shit going forward. Still not clear. I hope they keep it. I hope this goes on into the new shit with James Gunn. I really hope it does because it was a fucking amazing movie.
You heard that, James Gunn?
James Gunn, please keep it. I love you, James Gunn. Please keep it.
If you take the time, James Gunn, if you stop and see us and watch this show, hear us out.
James Gunn, if you would agree to keep this, I will get on my show live and agree with Ben Affleck being a fascist. I will. Bring
Ben Affleck back also. Like that'll be great too.
No.
Yes.
We got Vico Sands going back to the cookie comment. Yeah, there were Walmart cookies next Mike's job.
That doesn't matter. He should still keep his job.
It says Raven says The Last Voyage of the Demeter, The Nun 2, and Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear was a lot of fun. Noah Truan says Dungeons and Dragons is a fun movie. Dungeons and Dragons was really well, especially with the dumpster fire as we got before. Diggs Fix says Godzilla -1, Barbie, Spider-Verse is all I remember. He says my top overall of the year is Godzilla -1. What do we have? Diggs Fix says Flash was fun, not good. The CGI babies were so bad.
They were. The CGI was terrible.
CGI babies were bad.
The CGI was terrible.
No Chuna says Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was fantastic. What else have we got here? And then Vico says off the series, I gotta say Carnival, Raw, Last of Us, The Boys, Gen V, and Invisible Season 2, Netflix, Juju Kushi live series. Thank you for translating series and King and Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai, I love Cobra Kai. And then says Dick Swiggs, yes, Flash uneven for me. And then Blue Beetle was great. Yeah. Also, listen, no, it's definitely a great movie, and I agree with you. I hope it does move into the new like DC movies because it was fun. I love the storytelling in that movie too. It was really good, and the CG was good. CG was really, really good in that movie. Yeah. I didn't think there were parts in that movie where it kind of felt off. Maybe I need to watch it. I mean, but again, I don't watch movies and nitpick at them like that. I just watch them. You know what I'm saying? I'm still into that whole mentality because growing up, I never watched the fucking movie and be like, wow, this is going to get an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't never watch movies that thought like that or bought a fucking toy and said, wow, it only has, I hope this really has like 20-something plus articulate. No, I didn't give a fuck. It was my toy. Who cares? So that's the way I think. I still think that way.
I feel kind of attacked by everything you did.
No, no. I respect everybody's opinion.
Mr. Movie aficionado down here is like, well, excuse me.
I guess for my final question for all you guys, right? Because 2023 is almost over. We're moving into the new year, 2024. There's a lot of toys, a lot of movies, a lot of memorable moments, whether they're bad or good. Now, what is something that you're looking forward to for the new year? Like, what is something that maybe you're pursuing, or something that you're looking forward to, or something you want to see come out of the new year for you? Anybody?
Well, seeing y'all two at Legion's Con next fall. So
yeah, that would be.
I mean, there's something there.
You hear that, AB? You might have to come down too, AB.
AB, listen,
we're gonna pay
AB,
that.
I got a
ticket.
room with 2 king size beds, AB.
We're gonna pay that fucking ticket. That's what we're gonna. That's what I'm gonna send. I'm gonna pay it now. No choice. You're coming. That's awesome, man. Jack, what are you looking forward to the new year, man?
Legion's Con, for sure. And not even just going to that. Honestly, I'm kind of excited about meeting everybody in person.
Yeah.
It's always nice, to get on here and like talk to you guys and stuff, or, be on the pick bar and talk to them, or on my collabs and talk to everybody, but to like meet everybody in person, be able to like, have drinks and like, that's probably going to be like one of the highlights for sure of my year.
Yeah.
I think I even set up, I talked to, it was in one of my chats where I was like, hey, if I bring a dio, anybody want to do like an impromptu like photo shoots in the lobby, at Legion's Con, like we just all take turns like shooting a photo and sharing like, here, this is how I set up, and then like we do like a huge photo dump at the end, with everything we just took in the lobby in 5 minutes. And I thought it'd be fun to like everybody's hanging out and like, this is how I shoot, this is how I do it, this was what I would do. And so I think that'll be a lot of fun.
That's going to be hard for me to do, because I'm going to be like, well, actually it'll be easier because Clint will be there in person. So like,
I'm already assuming I'm going to have my laptop off to the side.
Normally I set up and I'm like, what do you think? Does this look good? What do you think about this?
Perfect. And I'm looking forward to all the dios on my build schedule already. Because not only doing them, but like when everybody gets them, like seeing everybody, somebody takes with them and stuff. That's always fun. I'm hoping to try to just get better at all of this. Get better at the dio making, get better at taking photos. Figures and stuff that's coming out is going to be whatever. I'm still always happy to shoot with something that's even older, but getting the community involvement and being able to do stuff for other people, that's the stuff I'm really looking forward to. Like I got Realm of Toys has me doing a wrestling dio for him.
Nice.
And I'm kind of excited because that's something different. Danny, you got something big for me to do.
Them brewing.
I
like them big.
I'm looking forward to doing that. I got that. I know Clint's eventually going to hit me up with an idea. AB, you do all your own stuff, so you ain't got to,
Oh no, I'm gonna hit you up. I got an idea already. So.
That's well. I would say here's this. So with the dio stuff, my next plan is to get a 3D printer, so I can start having some 3D printed pieces and to like help me on the speed of building certain things. Nice. Because like sometimes like when it's like window frames of something, having to build those by hand, it just takes way more time. No, and if I can have like a box of them that I can print out, that saves me much time, and that way I can make more dials for everybody else. So little things like that. That's the plan. Like and anybody that's bought from me knows that I definitely don't rip you off or overcharge you or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
I usually anything I make goes back into the dial making process. I don't. It's not like I'm buying like you're not seeing me buy a bunch of hot toys, from building dials. So it's like I always try to tell people, it's like, hey, you invest in me, and I'm going to invest in you, and it gets passed down the line. So
no, absolutely.
Because I like doing this for fun. This is all of this whole community is like my stress relief and my fun thing, man. And I don't know what I'd do without you guys.
So, we don't know what we would do without you, Jack.
And I don't know. I might have to take Dig's advice and do just an IG page just for the stash.
You should. Listen, stash. You do it. I'm like subbing whatever you need me to do. I'm plugging everything. That's awesome, man.
I want to piggyback off that. If anybody, I don't know if you were just saying this in generality, Jack, or if somebody has said this to you, but if somebody has said that you are overcharging or any of that, I want to send a big fuck you to anybody who said that. Because this man here criminally undercharges for what he's saying.
Fucking robbery.
Criminally undercharges.
A robbery.
So and he does anybody that said that, fuck you. All 4 of the Rowdy Boys, we're going to show up to your house. We're going to kick your mailbox over. We're going to kick your dog out into the middle of the room. Well, maybe not the dog. But if you got a cat, definitely the cat's going
not the cat. Pick the kid.
Yeah, your kid. I'm going to slap you around in front of your kid. To be like, this is what your daddy is, bap, bap, bap. And how do you feel about your daddy?
Look at Clint's face. Clint's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Anybody that's got anything bad to say about this man, you got a fucking problem with me.
That's here's my one pet peeve of the year. Is
oh shit.
I won't talk.
Sorry, I went violent there, but that's all right.
I won't talk so much about what I do for a living, but man, the worst part of my job is dealing with assholes.
Yeah.
Gosh, just some people are just it's rough, and it's a real simple thing I do, and sometimes people just
no.
There was a couple weeks. I think it was when the hell was it? It was right before Christmas. It was like the Friday before Christmas. I came home from work and like I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I didn't even want to pet my dog. I was so angry with like I'd been treated just like garbage all day long. We're just like, and then one of you guys like messaged me something, or it was something odd, and just instantly cheered me up. So whatever it was, thanks.
Was it my bikini? Was it those bikini? Are those the bikini photos I showed you? I think it might have been those.
It might have been those. They were good pictures.
They were good ones. Yeah, it was that little stretch.
That hot pink. Hot pink goes good with his skin complexion.
Our bottles are falling.
I know that sound. That's the sound usually. That's the sound that usually happens when I get pulled over and I open my door.
I wasn't drinking. What? There's nothing there, sir.
I know what those were there. They were already in the road.
Oh man. But Jack, no, I listen, and I agree. Listen, I agree. All shits and giggles. Like I agree with 100 with Unworthy 100%. Like that, it's a fucking robbery. And not even that. I say that respectfully because it's not like he's giving you something. It's not like he can switch it up and say, all right, well, fuck it. You want me to charge you more? I'll charge you more. And now Diggs Fig kind of said this. He said, absolutely, definitely undercharge it, but don't change the prices. I agree with him 100% because I was going to go into that.
Not for your returning customers. The new customers, right? You can charge them big dollars if you need to.
No, but I agree. Like you definitely take the time to, again, just saying, going back, you take the time to like get to know us as photographers and what we like and kind of like try to think the way we would think in like photos and stuff like that. And that says a lot, right? Like it's beyond a dial, right? Like when you get the piece, like you get it and you look at it and you see the amount of detail you put in, and even the little accessories, like the little newspapers you gave me with all the horror stuff and all the, like the, and I'm like, damn, like, did I date this guy? What the hell's going on? Did I get drunk that night? What happened? No, he's an amazing guy. Like, hey, I agree.
One of the funniest thing is there was a couple times there where Jack has I've tagged, because I tagged him anytime I use the Dio. I always tag him to make sure that I say, hey, this Dio is by Jedi Jack or JJE Toys, and I'm like, so he'd messaged me a couple times going, I almost didn't realize that was the Dio. So it's funny to hear him say that, because there was several times that I'm like, the perfect example is the Batman, the Batfleck with the motorcycle and he messaged me and he was like, I didn't realize that was even the Dio, because the whole time I was setting it up, I'm like down, I'm like looking in my camera, I was like, this man knew I was gonna do this angle. He knew this was gonna be my bread and butter right here.
Yeah. No,
and I seen the shot and I'm like, dude, that's it's a great shot. And I'm looking at it and then it dawned on me, like I just happened to like glance at the background and go, wait a minute, and it's not only you. It's like there's he goes by Immortal Collector and dude from Dagobah, and I did 2 building faces for him just recently, I was actually pretty proud of this one because it did it with the fire escapes, and they're swappable, so he can move the fire escapes back and forth and set it up how he wants. And he's been taking just banger shots of like Batman and Spider-Man, like in front of the buildings and stuff, and every one of them looks amazing. And I'm like, those look so cool. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's my Dio. I did that.
That's awesome, man.
So, and Thor 2012. I don't know if you guys have noticed, like all of his street scenes he's been doing lately.
They've been pretty cool. Yeah. They've been dope.
I didn't post this on my page because I got so excited when I finally got done with his. All I did was make pavement street pieces and sidewalks for him.
Oh, nice.
It was the when you laid the whole thing out, it covered my whole dining room table. So each piece, this is what took me the longest time. Each piece was like very small sections because he can make one long street.
Yeah.
He can make a 4-way intersection. He can make a right turn, left turn. The sidewalks will all move. The street pieces flip over, and one side's pristine, the other side has battle damage on it. So like pits and stuff. One of them had the sewer cover, so he could do like some manhole, turtles coming up, and like that. The planning of that was like it hurt my brain. I think I broke a couple synapses somewhere just like planning that whole thing out. And he's used it like relentlessly. He's like, dude, it works. It's perfect. So,
that's awesome.
That was like, it's one of those ones that's like, might not have been that visually interesting on its own, but the fact when he combined it with like his extreme sets, buildings and stuff, he said it's just like expanded everything to total, huge new level. But anyway, I digress. I'm thankful for what you guys do.
No, you definitely we're very much thankful for what all you do for us. Definitely. AB, what are you looking forward to for the year, man?
I'm ready. I'm gonna try to get me and the family to go to New York Comic Con this year.
Nice.
This will be our first time to actually go to like a actual Comic Con together. So I think that would be dope.
Nice. Damn, like that'll probably be our first meetup. That'll be our first meetup.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely want to work on my Dio game too. Try to get on, mess around with that a lot more, because this year I really didn't dive into it as much.
Yeah.
But next year I definitely want to tap into it a little bit more.
That's awesome, man. Unworthy, what are you looking forward to this year, 2024? What are you most excited for? Are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to Legion's Con. It's going to be a big deal. I can't wait for that. I'm really looking forward to more collabs. I know that sounds crazy coming from a guy that is doing 30 plus days in a row of solo collabs and group collabs and shit like that. But like, I think as far as IG is concerned with my photography, I think moving forward, I am going to be focusing mostly just only on collabs. Like any group collabs people want me to be a part of, solo collabs people want me to do with them. As always, whatever collabs come my way, I'm willing to do them. Let's work it out. I'm willing to collab with anybody, everybody, all the time. I'll probably still do some stuff here and there, solo pictures of shit that I buy. But and another thing that I'm really interested in continuing this year is custom figures. I'm not a professional at it. I've done 2 of them now. I had a lot of fun doing it. And even with the stress that I don't want to say stress to make it sound bad, but like the collabness going on, still being able to pull off a couple custom figures, in the clutch, I should say. It has been a lot of fun. So I'm definitely considering continuing doing more, focusing mostly on collabs and mostly on the customs that I want to make. I'm not going to make them for anybody, so don't ask me to make them for you. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not Wentzilla. I will tell you how I've done it if you like it. Don't ask me because mine have been mostly by accident that they turned out so good. But
dude, you've done great on those.
I'm looking forward to collabs and customs this year.
That's awesome, man. Fantastic. As far as me,
Clint?
honestly,
we didn't ask Clint.
We did. Clint was the first.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
As far as me, as far as I'm concerned, as far as like I'm really looking forward to more just like continuing the shit that I do now, just having fun. More family time. Like I'm devoting a lot of my time. Like if you notice, like I post photos and there's times where I don't post photos. I'm gonna definitely devote a lot of my time into my family this year coming up. Just do more things with them and stuff like that. But one of the things that I've been thinking about and wanting to learn how to do is I really want to get into the Photoshop game. I want to get into it. I'm gonna try. I know I got the master right there. So I'm really gonna get into that. I'm actually looking. I was actually looking into like the stuff today to kind of see how I want to set it up. But like, I really want to learn how to like a good tutorial, how to do it, just so I could like. And again, I like, in all respect to people who use Photoshop and stuff like that. But I just want to bring that. I want to learn like that. I want to add a different element to my photos going forward. I want to do something different, right? So like, it just, I don't know, with Photoshop, it just gives it that extra seasoning that just pops. It's just something about it that makes it pop. So, but I am very proud. I am very proud of everything that I've done because I have like tried new things and stuff like that. But again, this year is really family and Photoshop. Like that's going to be my next journey into, Photoshop. But more importantly, I'm going to devote a lot of time into this show because I really love this fucking show.
Oh yeah.
I love this show. I know you're fine. I love this show. I love everything that we're trying to do with this show. And I love everybody that supports us, been supporting us and trying to see and seeing the vision that we have. Again, this is a spot for everybody. So this is a perfect segue for me to say, if you are a dial maker, cosplayer, musician, filmmaker, you have a podcast, whatever it is, if you want to come join us and you're watching this show, if you know somebody that does something great, have them shoot us a message on Instagram and reach out to us. We want to have a little more on. We want to, hear their story on how they started and how, and about what they do. So please, if anybody, again, we've had great musicians on. We had Jedi Jack, awesome dial maker. We've had great photographers, but we want to get different people on. So again, like we talked about earlier, the new year is going to be for new. We want to really reach out to new folks that we don't know and, get to know them and get to know the stuff that they do and that they have a passion for. So definitely that. We're in a part of our show where we're at the plugs. Anybody got any plugs? Jedi Jack, you got any plugs?
Other than my weekly Daredevil Hell's Kitchen collab, anybody that wants to join up can just shoot me a DM and and I add to the thing. And if you're unfamiliar with it, we don't just do hey, let's take a funny picture of Daredevil kind of thing. I try to center every week around working on one specific skill of photography, whether it's there's certain lighting or certain pose or certain angle or certain, using effects or, practical effects or digital effects, or I try to get them to work on, one thing. Last couple of weeks has just been kind of fun stuff, trying to get time to use the skills I developed over, a month or two. And that's it. Just one thing, Toyetic, I just want to add. I'm trying to get a local independent comic creator who I did a custom for a while back. And he's got some great stuff coming up, and I'm trying to get him to reach out to you guys.
Yeah.
He's just got a busy schedule, but he's someone that I would love to see get more exposure, because he's just got a great comic. He's putting out by himself with a great character and a great storyline, and
that's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
And I think that'd be something cool that, like, if more people got turned on, and be like, hey, this is pretty awesome. There's a lot of independent comic companies out there that are doing like really great stuff.
Absolutely. If you're watching us, please do reach out to us. If you're watching right now, please do reach out.
And then also tag us on his link too. Like, send us his link, and then we'll reach out to him too. Just hey, listen, we'll try to set up something with him. Definitely. We want to get like different people that do amazing things, and that's something different. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hear that story.
I can't wait to get AB on here to talk about his stripping. Oh shit! He knew I was gonna say that.
Disappeared. Well, hopefully it comes back. Clintastic, do you have anything you got to plug? Well, if you guys are not following Clintastic, please follow him now, because he is an amazing person, amazing photographer, does amazing work, but more importantly, he's an amazing human being, and we love him.
Don't tell people that. Have a damage joke, Keith.
Yeah, listen, I'm the only one that's allowed to message him 32 times a day to ask for input.
Now I know why. Now I know why he's too busy to like help everybody else.
This is constantly me. He's like, I don't have any kids except for Unworthy.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I was hoping AB would come back because I want him to plug in, but he'll probably jump in. Well, I'll plug it for him in case he doesn't. But catch my homie, my brother AB, on the Pick Bar on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, hosted by himself, Blitzfig Store, and Green Geek 88. Again, it's Pick Bar every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Also, check them out on Lazy Boys every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to host that show, reach out to those fellas. They've been having great hosts and people kind of taking over on Wednesdays, featuring photos and showing love to the community. So if you have a group of people who want to get together and do that, go do that right now. Reach out to those fellas. And we've done it. I think we're the first ones that have done it, right? We were the first ones. The Rowdy Boyz
we're
first ones that did it. So
OG takeovers.
We're the OG takeovers. So like, again, they've had amazing people on. But also too, like, if you don't want to do that, you're too shy, reach out to them for Sundays. They'll definitely have you on the show and get to know you, and have the toy community get to know you. We've all been on Lazy Boys as well. So I'm hoping he comes back.
That's another good goal for the year that I want to throw in. Anybody who's got a YouTube show or any kind of show, the Rowdy Boyz goal is to take over every fucking show this year.
Yeah.
We want to take over all of it. We want to take over the Sentinels. We want to take over the Hoodcast. We want to take over. We already pretty much have taken over Toy Talk. We want to take over everything. So if you're down to have us take over your show, we're there, baby. Say less.
We'll behave. No, we won't.
Promise. We won't behave. Don't promise nothing for me. I won't behave.
I'll behave.
AB, I kind of did all the plugging for you, Matt, but go ahead. You go ahead, plug it away, because it sounds better coming from you. Plug your stuff, buddy. Go ahead.
It's gonna definitely check us out on the Pick Bar, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays, Fridays for Friday Night Feats, and then catch us on Lazy Boys 2 with Thor 2012, Blitz Figs, and Green Geek 88. I know next Sunday we're having our rowdy brother Unworthy with us, so you don't want to miss that.
The year off.
Yeah, starting the year off.
Strong.
If you guys know anybody that wants to come on and hop on Lazy Boys, just let us know. Shoot us a little link. We'll shoot us to the profile, and then we'll get them on, man.
Sounds good, man. There you go. See, sounds way better coming from you.
I don't want to say anything too obscene on our show, but I'm like full mass right now, just listening to full mass right now.
Well, for everybody that's watching, if you're into any other shows, you can also check our link tree. We have a bunch of shows there. We also have Chubsy Wubsy stores, which reminds me, and from now into the 31st of this month, if you use a promo code Rowdy15, you can save 15% off any select merchandise in the Chubsy Wubsy website. Again, you cannot combine discounts, but again, it's from now until the 31st. If you use this code, you could purchase yourself something nice. So again,
treat yourself.
Treat yourselves. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting us. Jedi Jack, thank you so much for coming on. Dude, your family always welcome. AB and Clint, you guys like made my night just coming on. I'm happy you guys are on. You guys are, it's family. Always love to have family here. Unworthy, thank you so much for just putting up with my bullshit and putting up with me and being it's the new year. So, you know what I'm saying? And listen, to everybody that's watching us, we thank you for supporting us. We thank you for showing us love. We thank you for giving us a chance. I understand there are many shows, but thank you for allowing us to be ourselves and we don't have to like hide who we are. It's okay to say profanity. We're adults. As long as we don't offend anybody. Fuck all you want. We say fuck. Yeah, just say fuck. It's okay to say fuck. But like, I hope we've created a platform for everybody to come and just be themselves. So again, we thank you guys so much. We love you guys so much. And more importantly, happy fucking New Year. Yeah. Happy fucking New Year, everybody. Jack, happy New Year. Clint, AB, Unworthy, happy New Year, guys. And anybody got a quote for the night? I could come up with one.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yes.
There you go. So, as always, chicken grease. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
for the last time of 2023, good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Click that notification bell
for more content.